Going live and getting this description put in real quick.
Oh, hell.
Let's switch this
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Pull on in. Pull on in. You already know what's going on. The like button if you wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? Look up to that. And oh, there we go. All right, we got a couple more people pulling in, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know what I'm saying? Just bear with us.
You got the studio?
Yeah, I'm still up here, man. The longest day of filming.
Not as loud as it normally is.
I'm gonna have to get back. Listen, we've been in here for 96 seconds and two people already disliked the video.
We ain't even said nothing. We didn't even do anything yet. That's how you know people just come to troll and hate. We ain't doing anything. Nothing was.
Three people already disliked.
Didn't even do nothing. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, man. That's so funny, dog.
People wild, bro.
Yo, that's so funny, dog. Now people are just doing it just on the strength.
Right.
It's all good though. Ain't gonna miss it when it's gone though. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Right.
Oh man, it's funny. All right, y'all. We got a couple more people. Sydney told me, he just hit me and told me he was gonna be a little late. He's pulling up. JackieFabulous is pulling up, and as well as Preacher Lawson. Here's Jackie coming in right now, coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Oh, kids out there, they doing their thing, and they living life.
Oh, they loud as hell. They taking a bath right now, and they just.
That's how it be, man. Kids just like having a good time, man. They ain't got no worries.
They just.
Jackie, why are you looking like that?
Hey.
Jackie came on full Medea. She's just like, this is what it is.
I don't look cute. What's going on?
Pushing the glasses up with one finger. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. All right, boom. Man, this day just keeps getting longer and longer.
You said what?
I say my day just keeps getting longer and longer.
Man, I just got home.
Man, I've been at this office since like 9-something filming, and I won't be done to 9-something filming.
Our flight was delayed because it started snowing.
Oh.
So they had to like de-ice the plane. So we sat on the runway for hella long.
Oh.
Then we got here. Then the flyaway bus was taking hella long.
Sometimes I get angry when the sun comes out. I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the next day.
It be coming in strong too. Coming in strong, man. Well, man, we are here with another episode of Zooming with the Homies, man. It's gonna be a great show, man. Just to tell everybody up top, okay? Because I already know there will not be a show on Wednesday night. I have another filming conflict. So this Wednesday, there will not be a show here, okay? Just want to let y'all know. So y'all won't be surprised when you see the flyer. Nothing's wrong. Everything's cool. I appreciate the concern, but it's literally just a filming conflict, and there's no way we can work around it. So,
nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. People
Nothing's wrong. Just can't do it.
I wish. Yeah, it was Minnesota that Keon was at. Keon was out there doing protesting in Minnesota.
I didn't know there was that many black people out there.
It's a couple. I
was like, whoa, y'all everywhere.
Did you go? Did you walk around the mall and shop?
No, I did that last time I was there. This time, honestly, I did nothing because I've been in this house with my family for 6 months, and just being alone was fantastic.
Yeah.
I sat in my room, I ate, I hit the gym for the first time because California is the only state that won't open the damn gyms.
Yeah.
So
it's
I just chilled.
Best, though. I mean, if the gyms were open, I don't know if I would go. I don't know if I would feel safe. Because they'd be like, yeah, we'll wipe it down every hour. But it was like, yeah, but nobody's standing on that same piece of equipment for an hour. You know what I'm saying? They'd be on there for maybe like 20 minutes. So in between that 20 minutes and that hour, like, you know, somebody can have something. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, well, people supposed to wipe down their own machines when they're done. I always wipe it before I go and after I'm done. So I don't do it.
I like to think I do it like 90% of the time, but I know there's been some times where I was absent-minded, like watching the video or on the phone and forgot to do it. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, man, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started, man. As the other people come in, we'll do their introductions as well. The crazy thing is the two people that are here are basically like residents. They don't really need much of an introduction, but we're going to do it just because it's how we do things. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as the bare chest phenom. Just got back off a plane, ripping in Minnesota. He's a father, he's a husband, a comedian, actor, show content producer, all of that, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Keon, No Bomb, POLEE.
No bomb, y'all still doing that? Still doing the no bomb, huh?
We still doing it, man. We out here with it.
I want to bomb so bad, like in LA, like in front of everybody, so everybody can leave me alone.
Oh, like, it'll happen. It'll happen. Guaranteed
like
it's gonna happen.
Awful set. Like I mean awful set.
It's gonna happen.
Where I just dart out. Where I just run out and don't say hi to nobody, just leave.
That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna do it. So just shut up, Keon. Okay. Just take your accolades and be happy that nobody thinks you ever bombed and just embrace it, man. Just embrace it.
But wait, in his defense, can I be honest?
Yes.
I think I can say the same thing about me.
Oh, well, there you go. See, Jackie embraces hers.
That's where Keon and I bond. We both have a similar career where it's been hard, but then again, it hasn't been really. But it had.
I hear you. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, again, someone that needs no introduction. Very funny comedian, writer, actor, content and show producer, ladies and gentlemen. New York bred. I don't know what she has on right now. She looked like that's something literally out of the school teacher's pajama list right there. I don't. That is time over 40 pajamas that she has on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jackie, Big Smile Fabulous in the building.
Hi, this dress is J. Crew. It looks weird because
that's a dress.
I thought it was pants. I thought it was a pantsuit.
I thought it was pajama.
I'm not at home. So nobody say nothing crazy. So this is the outfit that you guys get. And listen, I guarantee for every one of your fans to hear that are happy to see me, there's a handful that's like, wasn't that bitch just here? When did she just here? What the fuck?
A lot of people get weekly spots. Just get used to it, okay? That just is what it is. Y'all gonna have to deal with that, okay? If y'all want me to find somebody to do the show when I can't, I have to make sure that people are able to deal with this on a weekly basis, man. Because more than likely it'll be somebody different for each day that I might be gone. Just because this is a lot. This is a lot. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot to handle. So, you know, just got to make sure everybody's good in here, man.
Oh yeah,
well, thank you so much for pulling up.
Shout out to everybody who watches this and pulled up to the shows in Minnesota.
Hey, that's super dope. I remember you telling me that. That was crazy.
I was like, where y'all from? They was like, we saw you on Zoom. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. I tell you, the fan base was Zooming. And when they messaged me, they're like, look, I didn't know who the hell you were. Those exact words. And then I saw you was Zooming with the homies. And I'm like, so you never heard of me at all. Your show was humbling as fuck.
And
Never heard of you, bitch.
And uplifting.
At the same time.
At the same time, man. Want to give a big shout out to the More Mods, man. They come in, they do their thing. Hippie Ghost sends me the description before each show, so everybody's information will be in the description. You can check that. Actually, it's already in the description. Check that out right now. And as I said, we got
already
people coming
started,
to the show. Actually, one more person's coming right now.
Oh, do mine for me, Tahir.
Huh?
Change my name for me.
Okay, I got you. Give me one.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, sorry I'm late.
There it is.
You gave me the wrong link. Anyway, so what y'all talking about?
Lawson.
Is your first time, preacher?
It is. It is.
This is my first time.
He got no etiquette. He don't know what's going on.
The sun out over there? What's going on?
It just gets crazy sometimes, preacher. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get on with the rest of the show, let me do the introduction to this brother, man. You've seen him on America's Got Talent. He was the winner. He's been touring the world nonstop since then. Has a number of shows coming out right now. Just an all-around amazing human being. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the show for the first time, you know what I'm saying? Please help me welcome preacher, not a pastor, Lawson, to the goddamn show.
Thank you. That's my nickname. Hey, what's up? Okay, wait,
Listen.
what I missed though? What were y'all talking about?
We just talking about how Jackie be smashing. That's it. Nothing serious.
What, you said what? Jackie, what? Jackie, you telling our business?
I
didn't even say you. I just said Jackie be smashing.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was just playing. I was just playing. You know.
We're not gonna say anything crazy. I'm not at home.
Oh yeah, Jackie decided to do this show when she is not in her residence, knowing
In
how
them
crazy
streets.
this show gets. Jackie, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know what you were thinking. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more person coming in. As he come in, I will give him his introduction as well. But as always, everybody here is a traveling comedian, not able to work right now as much. So for that time, we just want to bless them with a little something. So if you guys wouldn't mind, please bless them, their cash apps, and thank them for their time and their energy and their efforts for being here tonight. So at this time, I'm going to ask everybody to change your name to your cash app. Jackie, I'll change yours. What's your name again? Is it $ JackieFabulous?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, boom, there it is. It's changed for you. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I've been working with this brother all day because he did a new podcast with us. He just got back from getting certified, taking his gun test so he can get his license. So he's a blicky legally. Ladies and gentlemen, no stranger to the show, content creator, comedian, actor, producer, husband, Mr. SYNDEY No Hair Castillo.
I gotta get my shit together when the credit is husband. I gotta get my shit together. Husband.
Everybody got it. I gave Keon the same thing.
I appreciate the intro, man. That was great.
How y'all doing? I'm late. How y'all doing, everybody? What's up, preacher?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What
Good, man.
up, Sid?
Well, sir, hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Dr. Castillo, how are you, my love?
You got an actual microphone?
Oh, SYNDEY bougie. Preacher, I don't know if you've ever had the pleasure of meeting SYNDEY.
Okay.
Listen,
that's how we're doing, huh? That's how we're doing. That's cool.
Preacher, listen.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about SYNDEY. When I first met SYNDEY Castillo, first time I met SYNDEY Castillo, it was at the Comedy Union. Now, keep in mind, this is pre-success SYNDEY. This is before he won all the comedy shows, before he was a writer on all the comedy shows and all of that type of stuff. This is pre-success SYNDEY. And I met him. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? I'm to hear more. He was like, hey, what's up? I'm SYNDEY. I extended my hand to shake it, and he had somebody there to shake my hand for him. Oh, God.
This is before Corona. This man has whatever.
I'm talking. This is like 2010, preacher. That's just Sydney, man. He just knew it, you know.
Preacher, just so you know, the longer to hear stories are, the more likely it's a lie. Just so you know, for training purposes.
You said, wait. The longer my story, the
longer to hear stories are, the more likely it's not true.
Oh, okay.
Jackie, I'm hurt. I am flabbergasted that you would say such a thing.
That wasn't a long story though, so I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey man, it's been a minute. I ain't seen Preacher since what? We did a callback for what was that show? And listen, it was like one of the things where it's kind of embarrassing. Keon was like, you know how you do a callback for something and they'll like do chemistry reads or whatever. And it was for it was a blind date. It was it was like one of them dating shows, right?
I didn't know it was blind. Yeah, blind date. That was like I bombed that audition.
Listen. But this is the funny thing. So you go back in there and they trying to pair, you know, maybe have a co-host with this young lady who's already been cast. And so, you know, go back there and they say, okay, so you know, go back there and call you guys, you know, go in group one by one and then just wait. And then, you know, so I go back there. I think I did all right. I was like, all right. I'm talking to Preacher. It's like, Sydney? I was like, yes, you can go now. I was like, oh. You gotta look at everybody in the room because they all heard it. I was like, well, Preach, you know, do your thing. Joe Coy, do your thing. Everybody do your thing. And you just gotta take that walk out of there. You're like, oh.
They could have
the first audition. You talking about the first audition?
It was like a callback. I remember like three of us.
Bro, I remember doing the first audition and doing really well, then doing the callback and bumping. So yeah. I remember I was like, what happened? They tried to pair me up with some girl and she was killing it. She was on fire. And I was just like, I didn't know we were supposed to improv. It was so trash. But that show didn't even go on air. So it's all good. It don't matter.
I was so happy about that.
It's a real honor to hear that Preacher's here. You know how many times I try to book him on a Zoom production? And he's like, no, Jackie, I don't do that. I'm not doing that.
Here's the thing, Preacher. The shorter Jackie's story are, the more likely it's a lie. That was a pretty short story, so I'm gonna think that's a lie. But Jackie, let me tell you something. Just like with that episode that Brandon Brody was on, and Daryl and Javicia, that episode with them took like 3 weeks to book because of everybody's schedule. I've been trying to get Preacher on here for about a month. It is just the scheduling was just.
Preacher is the only. Preacher is the only one.
Hey, you know, it's tough Booster to me. You're the Booster one.
Preacher is Hollywood. We love him. We don't judge him. But Preacher went Hollywood a minute ago. But I still love him. I'll give you a kidney. I'll lend you money. But you know you Hollywood.
I am trying to go Hollywood. I'm trying. But I didn't go yet. I'm still here.
You on the freeway.
He was about to go Hollywood and the pandemic happened. He was like, we got to start all over this shit.
I got to start all over.
And I need him to get it together, too. I need him to get it together so I can stop being the buffer. Because every time somebody needs to reach Preacher, they hit me like, you think he would be? I'd be like, nigga, please answer some of these texts. Between Preacher, Tony, and Kev, nigga, I'm a butler. My name is Alfred. They just hit me and be like, could you get your more famous friends, please? Thank you. That'd be great.
Yeah, it happens to me too. It happens to me all the time for Kev. All the time for Kev. And I just like, you know what? That just means I'm in good company. I'm in good company when people do stuff like that. But you got to understand, Preacher is in a very rare position. When a black man wins a show like America's Got Talent, like that's a hard thing to carry, because like he can't come to the Comedy Union anymore. Like he can't go to black clubs anymore. He won America's Got.
Listen, I can't go. I could try some jokes out there. I'll be trying jokes out, but I'll try some. I love.
Yeah, he's in the same. Did y'all
know that I was on the show too? Y'all know that I was on the show too?
Yeah, they said the flyer, Jackie.
I think you did amazing, Jackie. You did amazing. Did you guys know that me and Preacher auditioned together? And he was like, "Well, see you later."
We did audition together.
He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm staying." I was like, "Oh okay, well then good luck, man. I'm out. I'm done."
I hate competition shows, man.
I feel so bad for Jackie because I would watch you on AGT and I was like, that's not how the joke go. They made her take that out, take this out, take this out. She had to switch this. So I mean, it's way different. You know, it's different. But
they will completely clean up your joke. Like it won't be the same joke when they finish telling you everything that you can't say on national TV. You be like, bro, why am I even here?
There's only one joke they changed out for me that was their replacement was so corny, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to sell. Ooh, it's the worst, but it didn't get a laugh either. But I'm like, but I gotta move on to the next joke. I told y'all this wasn't gonna work, but it didn't affect me.
You know what was dope when Preacher went on the show? Is like before that, like we was doing stuff. He was like, man, I'm about to get a job, like everything. Then it hit. We went on the road right after that, and watching him go from who the hell is this guy to like famous was insane. Like we were just in the mall, and I just see people like. You got to a point like I got tired of people just staring. So I was like, give me your damn phone. I know you want the picture. Just give me your phone. Give me your phone. I know you want a picture. And then these kids walked up to us and was like, why is everybody taking a picture with you guys? Are you guys YouTubers? And I was like, nah, he was just on a show with 17 million people. But yeah, the internet, that's fine.
They didn't ask if we were actors, comedians, rappers, singers. They asked if we were YouTubers. And I was like, okay, we're a new generation right now.
That's the world that we live in, though. Like, y'all do realize, like, that's the new thing. Like, they knew you weren't rappers because your pants weren't sagging and you didn't have on 3 gold chains. And you didn't reek of marijuana. So they knew that you weren't rappers, okay? And actors, I don't know. They just figured I feel like YouTube is at the same level or above like acting, like at this point right now, because so many people have access to YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, TV is on its way out because everybody can make TV. I mean, my latest TV show we shot with iPhones at the house.
I saw that preview on the Hulu.
Yeah.
Yo, Preacher, can I just tell a funny story real quick? My best friend in the world, his name is Chris. I would die for this. Is my boy. I love this nigga. Okay. He hit me. He's in Texas. He's like, I got this idea for the show.
What?
He goes, I got this idea for this show, man. It's like he's like, maybe it's like relationships, and it's like but it's like because of the pandemic, it's like through FaceTime. He was like, maybe we should just do FaceTime. And I said, I don't know, bro. It needs more. Like, I don't understand how it could be interacted with. I don't know how that works yet. You know what I mean? Not saying I don't know how that works. Yeah. Nigga, I seen your show. He hit me with like, he said, last time I asked you to ask anything, this is a show about Alice. And I was like, my bad. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Like, we could have been on this. Yeah, man. When I first got the script for that show, I was like, this is gonna be trash. I was like, I don't want to do a show on Zoom. You know what I mean? Like that seemed weird to me. And then you kind of realize that, it's what it is. Like we're doing a show on Zoom right now. So it's like, this is what life is. Right? So,
exactly.
And it turns out to be good. Like it's a good show, This is dope.
But y'all have like, it's like a Zoom, right? But then like y'all have your own lives that you could still show in the house, right? And y'all just come to the Zoom?
So we have it's just us the whole time. So we have like maybe 30 plus people on Zoom, and you have like the people that do wardrobe and sound and all them people, and they just tell us how to set up everything. And then when we're acting, we can't look in the Zoom. We have to look into the camera. So we have to guess what kind of emotions that they're having. So it's kind of crazy, but
I'm trying to sell a show right now that was all on Zoom that Tahir was a part of. I'm pitching this show right now, all via Zoom. So, you got to adapt.
You do?
Yeah.
I go to BET tomorrow for a pitch. Actually, I'm pitching this show called Zooming with the Homies. It's about comedians. I don't want to bring it up because whatever. I don't want to jinx it, but they like it.
It's a good idea, man.
Yeah. Keon gave me the plug, so I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah, you feel me? What's funny too? Preacher's the type of friend, like when he gets something, which is all the damn time, he'll hit you and be like, yo, you watch my show yet? I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it right now. Let me turn it on real quick. I'm watching it right now.
Man, you could, man, this man will congratulate me. He'd be like, oh, yo, congratulations. Because everybody do this. They'll be like, yo, anytime you get something, they'll be like, yo, man, I heard this thing going well for you. I'm happy. You watch it. Check it out. So, yo, you watch it though. No, I ain't watch it.
Okay,
like,
but
you know
how many times like you know how many times like my brother, he'll like a post and I'll be like, you liked it. He'd be like, I'm just supporting, man. I don't know what you was talking about.
I did watch the show though, and when it came to your special, in fairness, I was on the road with you the whole time you were working on that special.
Oh, you're
so
right.
I didn't feel like I had to watch the special. I already knew it.
Yeah. Okay. The special.
You still gotta watch it, Keon.
Yeah. Did you even watch it?
What?
Come on, man.
He's like, I know you, brother. I know you.
If I know
Did you not just hear what I said? I was on the road with you.
If I know that you're good, if I know you're good, I'm not gonna want to watch you work it out. You know, years and years ago at the Comedy Union, I went up and then Sydney was going up, and I said goodnight to all the comics, and Sydney was like, "You're not gonna stay and watch me?" I remember this, and he was joking, but not really. And I'm like, no, I said, yeah, I know you're good. Well, you know somebody who's good and they don't want to watch you. That's a huge compliment. Like, they don't need to see what you're doing. They're like, I know you're going to smash. Good night. You know?
I mean, listen, I remember watching Dave Chappelle. That dude is, he's Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? I watched him for like 10 minutes and I was like, this dude is amazing. And because I was like, I watched, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't feel like watching him. I'm like, this dude, he the GOAT. And
I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy, man.
I did the first time he was at the Laugh Factory and he went to like, one of them 5-hour sets. I was there, right? The whole time. I was, I was like, oh, this is so dope. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Then he did it again. Somebody's like, get down here. I was like, oh, what's down there? It's like Chappelle. He's doing another long night. I was like, I kind of just seen it. Yeah. He's my favorite, but I don't have another 5 hours on me just to go down there. Like, it was organic in the moment.
Hey, how did you feel around hour 3? You were like, man, he's still going, or were you like, man, it's getting late?
Yeah. It was cool because he was talking to the audience a little bit. Like Clayton was there with me. I remember asking, could I open for him? And like from the audience, I said, can I open for you? He said, who said that? I was like, I did. He was like, yeah. I said, you for real? He said, I'm not bullshitting you. He goes, I tell you what, I'm not gonna pay you to get there. And I might not pay you to do the show. He said, but I'll be performing in San Francisco, such and such. Let me know after the show. And yeah, man, I told Clayton, I was like, nigga, we're going to San Francisco. And we're gonna ride up there. Never heard from Chappelle again, nothing like that. And I was like, man, it just so happened, like, just whatever happened. But
wait, so you ended up opening up for him?
No, I never talked to him after the show again. Like,
I thought
Ninja after it said Ninja smoked cigarette smoke, he was gone. Like, I didn't see him again. I was like,
but wait, did he tell you to hit him? You were supposed to meet him after the show and he dipped.
Yeah, like he was like, meet me after the show. We'll talk about it. Where's he at? Where's he at?
I seen this man in Bob Carr Theater in Orlando, and this dude was doing his thing, he was crushing, and there was some guy that was like loud in the balcony. And he was like, yo, is someone being loud up there? And then like the whole crowd, they were like, yeah. And then he's like, are you being loud? And the one guy goes, no. And he said, well, that's like, this is when he was working out the Bill Cosby joke. He's like, that's like 1 to 32 odds, man. I don't know how to, and he kept using it as a callback. And then he brought the dude on stage and the dude sat down on a stool. And then he just started like making fun of him, but like making him his friend. It was weird how he made fun of him and the whole crowd was laughing at the dude on stage, but he didn't feel uncomfortable. And then he's like, all right, man, be quiet, and he lets him go. And then he tells security, he's like, don't kick him out, man. They kicked him out immediately. Like, they dragged that man all the way out. But
security was like, yeah, we got you. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. We're like, all right, we don't kick him out.
Yeah. That's so funny.
What's like the craziest thing you've seen at a comedy club? Like, what's the craziest thing? Like,
that's easy. The craziest thing I ever seen, this lady, we were in Sacramento, and this lady kept like talking like the whole time. And we was like, yo, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. She kept talking. So finally the headliner was like, yo, you're gonna have to be quiet. And she was like, don't get on me about that. I came to see you. Like, I'm here to see you, like blah, blah, blah. So then it started going back and forth, right? And finally he couldn't take it, he started roasting her. So he said something about her having, she was away from her kids. He was like, that's why your kids don't want to be around you. She goes, yeah, and they all got different daddies too. And we were like, are you heckling yourself? Like, she was like, yeah, and they all got different daddies. We was like, huh? And so finally security comes over and they was like, you got to go, ma'am. So she was like, nah, fuck this. She walks out, strips completely naked. Completely naked. It was like, I'll pay for this ticket. He ain't gonna roll, blah, blah. And just stormed off naked.
He left the clothes there?
Yeah, she just walked off naked.
Wow.
After maybe she was looking for another baby daddy. I don't know, but I was just like, all right.
Okay.
And in her head, she thought. I think she thought she won that night, and I'm like, no, ma'am, you lost. You took a major L.
The most.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, then I took my clothes off and I walked off naked. They gonna know when the next not mess with me. Like, what are you talking about?
The only thing I can,
Jackie.
only thing I can remember is at the Comedy and Magic Club during a set, a woman fell out of her chair.
Yeah.
And that she was older, so we were worried: did she die? Did she pass out? Did she choking? Was she drunk? But nothing really, nothing beyond a lot. I've had a lot of Caucasians, more than I would like to admit, walk out when they saw it was me on the stage. If you think they hate Black people or Black women, they're like, oh no, that's a lot of energy. We're not doing all that. So a few times.
Who was in I was on in Jacksonville, right? And I'm the type, like, I'll tell him, like, I don't like this shit. Like, I'll tell him, like, I don't like this shit. So the club in Jacksonville.
Wait. Who'd you say you were with? I missed that part. You went out.
I was with Marlon, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And that club is so hood, right? Now look, I'm not against the hood, whatever, but like when I'm working, dog, I can tolerate it, but then you're gonna get on my nerves. So like the dude who was like working the door or something like that, I guess he was Arnez J's son, right? So he's working at the club and he's like, Marlon has we're staying, our green room is a hotel. The club isn't a hotel. Our green room is like room 301, right? And so it's like the liquor's in there and you got people knocking, like the staff, like, Marlon don't need all the liquor. Can we get some liquor? The staff. And I was like, no, you can't get the liquor, right? So then we're performing, the lights go out. In the room, in the showroom, the lights go out. The mic goes out. Everything like goes out. So now I'm performing a cappella, right? All right, cool. Marlon goes on. As he's going on, an old lady, because there's no electricity, she hot. She passed out where the ambulance got to come get her from the show, and we got to stop the show. Marlon's still selling product outside. Two women fighting in the line, right? Where I break it up like, yo, it's all good, mama. This bitch gonna cut me. Like they throwing hands, right? Then Marlon comes out on some like I'm a star type shit, like he's walking to the front of the line. These niggas is like, no, bitch, Marlon, win! Both of them, like, ah! And stop fighting. And they was back to normal. I was like, get me out of Jacksonville, bro. Like immediately.
Oh,
which club?
Yeah, I don't know I think that one of the craziest things that ever happened to me was, I was doing a union one night, and Comedy Union is an old club, and so the breaker box, I think this was shortly after he had just put the air conditioners in. The breaker box just explodes, right? Like I don't know what happened, just goes out. Whole club goes dark. I'm on stage performing. And I'm like, well, this can go either really bad or just be kind of messed up but memorable. So I just pull my phone out and turn the light on myself and just start doing jokes like that. And literally, like everybody starts pulling their phone out and they just turn the light toward the stage. And we literally just do, I just do the rest of my set like that. But the lights come back on like in 5 minutes. But to see people just come together like that to keep the show going, it made me smile about humanity.
But of all the stories you could tell, brother, why tell the story when my breaker went out, brother? Why not tell the story? That's the club owner. That's Ian's Mitchell, preacher. I don't know if you know him.
Okay, I was like,
why? He's a Black owner. He's like, see here, why would you're tearing me down when you should be building me up?
Listen, that's just what happened. But on my way from, I left the stage to call the first person on. I go out, call the first person on, go back to the green room, and I step in that little outside area right there. And this dude is literally just doing a bump on his hand, like he's like, "My nigga, you was funny up there," and I was just like, "Hey,
all right."
It was so casual. It would have been weird if I addressed it. So I just left it. I just left it at that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good looking.
Man.
What do you do? It's so casual out here. You just be like, hey, he really just did that. You literally just did.
Man, I had some I forgot where this was at, but I think it was at Caroline's in New York. But there was there was someone in the crowd, they were being annoying, and it's like the crowd's always gonna be on your side. So like you can just it'll be easy. Oh, okay. Jackie left, right? Okay.
Right.
Jackie won't be on your
I
side.
kicked her out.
Jackie
Let me tell you something. No, so we went to Caroline's. It was dope, and there was someone I was like, I don't know, I was just roasting back and forth, but they kept interrupting the show. And Jacqueline's iPad. That's your name. Your name is Jacqueline.
Mind your business.
Your name is Jacqueline. Okay, cool.
Mind your business.
I didn't realize that. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but all right. So I'm not gonna tell the story because it's just stupid. This will be the third time.
No, because go ahead. Because that club is something else. That stage is weird. I almost fall off the back of Caroline's a lot because it's a gap at the back of the stage.
You so close to the audience. I love Caroline.
It'd be like a card.
I love Caroline. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, just the stage part. Like when I walk around, I'm always like, because I feel like I'm too big to fall.
It separates.
Bro. Yeah,
it separates. But anyway, it wasn't the club was great, but you know, I did the show, whatever. Oh, we was in the middle of the show. Someone was going back and forth or whatever, and they were leaving. They got kicked out. That's what happened. They were getting kicked out because they kept talking, and I told them not to kick them out. I was like, it's cool, and then they started getting kicked out. I was like, oh no. No. The whole crowd going in. Hey, goodbye. And then everybody said, yeah. And then the whole crowd, I was like, man, this is the dopest thing that's ever happened. It was nice, man.
Hey, when the crowd gets in on something that you like didn't know that they were gonna jump on, it's so amazing. It's like y'all on one accord, sharing the thought. Man, that's a beautiful, because it doesn't happen often. When it does, man, it's one for the book.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, Preacher, you remember when that girl passed out at your show? We was in either Minnesota or Edmonton, and she got too drunk, and they had to bring the ambulance in. Remember, we were selling merch, and we were like, what's going on in there? And this chick is laid out on the ground. She had passed out from too much drinking. So they had to bring like the ambulance and everything, and the next show was delayed because she just...
Man, I don't even, I think I remember, but I don't remember. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
well, it was at one weekend, so you might not remember.
It was at one
weekend. Different.
Y'all did the Addison Improv.
Different place.
Preacher, you did the Addison Improv, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you have. They used to have like instead of the fake candlelight in the candles, they used to have like a real flame in there, right? And this girl, I remember, because it was when Kevin Durant played for OKC, because OKC had just won, and in Dallas nobody cared about OKC like that. And she had her OKC shirt on, and she was drunk as shit, like drunk. And I was like, yo, you should chill. Like that type of shit. Her hair hit the flame. That shit started like, she got, like did like shit like this. And like they had to escort her in the back, and then they kicked her out for being drunk and causing the scene with the fire. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like if you'd have just been quiet, maybe your hair wouldn't have caught fucking fire. But it's on fire, bro. Yo, shit went here, caught flame. You got scared, sobered you up a little bit, and now you got to go anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was in.
I feel like we've all. Go ahead, Preach. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was in
somebody.
He said, "Go ahead and kept talking."
You know what? Both we're gonna meet both of y'all. Jackie, you go.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I feel like we've all seen somebody's hair catch on fire in a club at least once. I definitely saw it at the Union. This lady, because they use real flames, you know, at the Union too. And she kept leaning her head
Jackie got a whole nigga walking by the screen. Jackie got a whole nigga walking by the screen.
Hey, look.
Jackie got a whole nigga walking by the screen. Jackie got a whole nigga walking by the screen.
I wasn't going to say nothing. I just
hey, listen, already your face. I was like, what's over Keon's face? And Cindy started
singing. I wasn't going to say a word. he walking around right now like, where the hell are my snacks? And Jackie's
looking for something like, where remote? I ain't bothering you. I'm looking for the remote.
All his snacks. He went to the store earlier and got them snacks for him so he could watch his shows. And Jackie
moving shit around. You don't move shit around. Do your little show. What the fuck is going on?
So I think he's doing this right now. I know I put him down somewhere.
I let her choke.
Jackie, like, you said if I had sex with you before the show, you would just sit there and be quiet and let me work. Well, I'm looking for goddamn remote.
I didn't know you were gonna take my snacks, Jackie.
Shit. How can you do your thing? But shit.
I missed it, man.
Oh,
Yeah, whole nigga.
Seen facial.
Oh, I was like, okay.
White beater, white beater. You know what I mean? And khakis on for no reason, just walking by.
oh snap!
You said a white person, white beater?
He had a white beater. He had a white beater.
You mess with a white person? Oh, come on, Jack. You one of them? You one of them black people. Come on.
What's funny is that
2020. All right,
the song that Sydney made up was quite catchy. Jackie had a whole thing walking by the street.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. I love it, man.
Okay, so what I was saying was I was at Stardome, right? I was at Stardome,
man.
and there was a guy in the front row that was on his phone. He had an attitude. Everyone was laughing. He was on his phone, and it's a white dude. And I joke around with him a little bit, and to get off his phone. And then he takes it for a little bit, and then he gets mad and then tells me to get back. He tells me to get back on the boat, right? So this is Stardome, so it's not like it's in Portland or something, so. It's a lot of black people there, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm like, why would you you out now? And so it's like, it was, he said that's the only person I've ever kicked out of my show. And, and then I had to dig out that hole to come back. You know what I mean? White people would come to me, they were apologizing. They were like, hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, they apologized for him?
Yeah, they were not like that. And And I should have been no. I was like, man, he's so stupid. I ain't going on no boat from LA. I was on a plane. I had to do some stupid jokes or whatever. But yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that dude. But
that's the worst. That is the worst. Digging yourself out of a hole that somebody else created for you is the worst thing.
Yeah,
that is the worst thing because you got
good
10 minutes.
Go ahead,
Jackie. Are you talking to us or you on the phone?
No, you. I was gonna give you a good example of that. It might sound if you when you're living like I was in LA in my apartment. If I'm living alone and one of the bills get past due and shit gets turned off, if I'm living alone, I'm like, well, I'll be in the dark for 2 days. We'll be fine. But if you have a roommate and you're the cause of that, then you're like, you're more worried about them than you are about you. You're like, I can live in the dark. I have candles. I know I've been camping. But you're like, but they can't have light now because I fucked up. You know what I mean?
I wonder if people, when they do that to comics that have to follow them, if they realize how much work they created for the other person, they just like, man, that audience was crazy tonight, huh? They weren't laughing at nothing. Like, no, they weren't laughing at nothing that wasn't funny. You did horrible. You stunk it up.
Well, we on the road sometime. Marlon be like, "Hey, I'm gonna give this guy a guest set." I was like, "Do you know him?" Nah. Well, what are we doing? Do I have to come off my time? Do I have to come off my time? He's like, "Well," and then 10 out, like I say 8 out of 10 times they're bombing, and then I have to look at him, and he'd be like, "He's like, I need you to bring it up. I need you to bring the room up." I'm like, "Yeah, but now I gotta address this, and I'm not gonna get to work on the bit I want to work on because I gotta dig this nigga's grave." You know what I mean?
If that happens to you, do you try to address it in a friendly way where you still maintain a relationship with it? You be like, no.
You know what it is? I'll tell the comic like as I'm walking by, like, don't take none of this personally. I'm going for the win.
That's like when you tell a loved one, "Hey, you know I love you," right? And then,
but I have to make the room right. So it's like, I'm gonna make the room right. And if I'm not trying to offend you, but you caused this, so
right.
It's gonna be part of my segue.
I don't feel bad for. I mean, if people get roast after they bomb, and that's normal. But I rather go up to someone that bombed than someone that offend the room and bomb. Like they just make the room feel uncomfortable, and then you got to go out of that. Because if someone's not funny, you just be like, "Hey, that ain't me," and then you just do your joke.
You know how that
like that ain't. Hey, this is how I. You do got to dig out a hole. Well, you always got to dig at a hole, but it's like it's when someone like offends a room and they just like do some joke about babies dying.
Yeah, ain't that the worst, Preacher? When somebody does that, it's the absolute worst. That's the worst. Oh yeah,
the example I have of that, the only time I'll address the bombing is if they bomb and it's a natural, authentic, they didn't have a good set. But if they bomb and offend, then I'm going to bring it up and make a joke out of it if I'm coming up next.
Yeah,
makes sense.
If Sydney Castillo's coming up next, and before there was you were struggling, I have to address it because then it's like the audience is looking at you like y'all came together, so you gotta address.
You're on the flyer together.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I don't know him. A, B, I didn't write a set. C, we didn't talk it over. And D, don't give me that energy. You know what I mean? Don't give me that energy. I don't know him. I don't know why he said them jokes.
If I ever not had a good set, I always close like, hey, thank y'all so much for laughing. My name is Sydney Castillo. Follow me on I've been doing that since 2011. It never failed me.
This man sitting over there like, I was wondering why I was getting these tweets, man.
As soon as I feel a set start to go south, I turn to crowd work. I become Oprah on stage. As soon as the jokes ain't working, no, I'm like, it's now a talk show. Who got a question about life?
Do y'all immediately go to crowd work, or do you guys go to like a known closer, something that you know is going to get them back on your side?
I talk to them directly. I'm like, you guys are not feeling this. Where you from? And then I go right into traditional hacky crowd work.
Listen, my self-esteem is on the line, so I got to go to my go-tos. I can't sit in the bomb too long. Like if I'm doing like an open mic or whatever, even if I'm doing open mic sometimes, if I'm like bombing to the point where I'm like, no, I need to get that back. You know, so
that's how I get them back. The crowd work is how I get them to like me again, and then I get back into my set. The crowd work is a
do you address the bomb though? Like if I'm bombing, I have to address like, okay,
yeah. I'll be like,
we gotta reset this.
I'm like, you guys thought there was gonna be jazz. I have the funny go to like, you thought there was gonna be jazz. There's no jazz. There's no magic. This is it. I'm all you're gonna get.
We have to explain what a bomb is to Keon because he's actually never bombed.
Oh my god.
So, Keon, bombing is when someone is not having the best set and like they are constantly digging a hole for themselves and they kind of try to figure out how to get out of it.
I got it.
Sometimes they don't get out of it. They just got to sit in that bomb. And so when Preacher was saying he doesn't like to sit in the bomb for too long, when he feels it going south, he'll try to do something to get out of it.
Sometimes you got to fly across the country to go bomb at a college and just be like, well, the check will be nice. That's all I got left.
Oh my God.
You want to see me bomb? Take me to the university, anything.
Bruh. Hey, listen, I'm just colleges, they just paying us the bomb.
Dog, the whole like I'll say a bit and then somebody be like, don't make fun of her. Well, that's mean. And I'm like, I literally tell my boy Chris because he was going, I was like, hey man, clock me. Like clock me. This is the job now. Like I am off the stage. And, at the time, I'm done.
Bro, I did one show. This dude came to me and he was so he came up to me and he was like, I thought you were very funny, but I didn't like the man rape joke you did. And I was like, man rape? What are you talking about? I don't do any jokes about man rape. You said you can't go to jail because you smile and you too much and you have a big booty. And I was like, okay, but you you dig that. You know what I mean? Like, I said it way sillier than what you're breaking down. I smile too much and got a big booty. That's like way, He's like, I didn't like that. I was like, listen, man, I appreciate you telling me, but come on.
I turn every college show into a talk about life.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit about colleges, man, because it's like they're young adults, so you should be able to talk. Like some colleges are cool, but like some, Meredith school, one of them off-brand schools that you just do because it's in a pair of schools. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, before I even get on stage, this black lady comes up to me and is like, "Can we go over your material really fast?" And I was like, "No, I'd rather not do that." And she said, "Well, just so you know, I'm lesbian. That is my wife. Come here." And like some white lady sat down, she's like, "And this is our son that we're raising. Do you have any jokes about lesbian raising kids?" I said,
"You get out of here."
I do now.
I know. I said, but like, why are you making me uncomfortable? And she was like, "I just want to know what your material, because we don't tolerate that." And I was like, "Man, we haven't even met." Like, It's no. But now I will. That's the first joke out of my mouth. So 2 lesbians and a son walk into a bar. You know what I mean? Just to see her face be like, ah.
That's crazy.
Oh my
man.
God.
That show do that to you.
Would you mind going over your set with me? What?
I feel bad for like when people, because I hear stories like that all the time. Like you'll have someone that booked you, they'll go up to you right before you on stage because they don't know there's a process, right? And then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you know this is clean, right?" And I'm like, dang, I feel bad. Like, you know what I mean? That you got to change your whole entire set.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember I did the last time I did NACA. I thought I was gonna just be able to buy a ranch with NACA, but NACA turned to be the biggest disappointment of my life. But I did. I was like, when they meet me, I'm gonna be fucking 200 shows deep. When I tell you, getting 15 shows nearly made me quit. But
that's still good. That's good. 15 shows. I mean, it's not 200 shows.
But they're so strict. And one show, I did one showcase, and one of my jokes was, you know, women have body types. My type is more like SpongeBob. And they pulled me aside like it was too sexual to talk about a woman's body. And I'm like, have you seen SpongeBob? It's a cartoon, bitch. Do you not understand? It's not real.
I did one. I did like, I think 13 schools. I didn't have the best time, even though I was just doing the bread was cool.
It's horrible, Sydney.
I was like, I don't want to. I don't like this either. I don't like performing in NACA or like Africa, and then you got to sit in that room like goddamn.
Yeah,
you got
like
to sell yourself.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey.
And people walk by you like, hello, preacher. So like, we are from. We will let you know. We're gonna go walk around, but you are in our mix. And I'm like,
hey, let me know. I appreciate it. You know, hope you laugh.
I gotta sell a show. I can't do this shit. Like I was just so mad.
Yeah. It's like,
man, I remember wanting to do NACA so bad, man. Like maybe about 6 years ago. And then I went back home to St. Louis and did my college. And while I was in town, I think I got booked at another college in town. And I just took the bread. But I remember thinking like, this shit whack, bro. Like,
it's so whack.
It is.
Do another college. I can't tell you the last time I did a college. If I can't be me at the college, I'm not gonna do it. And I might press the line just so y'all won't book me.
Because you know when you get your check, you go home.
All that shit, just so you never book me again. I don't want to do it.
Bruh, I thought I was gonna fight one time. I was in Springfield, Massachusetts. This dude, like, I don't know, like I think I was doing some jokes, and then he said, like, you ain't funny or something like that. He's like, you ain't even funny. And then he's trying to be funny in front of his friends. And I was like,
but I'll whoop your ass.
That's what I wanted to say. He was a big dude, bro. He's a big dude. So he go, you ain't even funny. I'm like, I was like, I don't care if you think I'm funny or not, bro. I'm getting paid to not be funny. What are you doing with your not funniness? You so funny, come be funny. I said, come on stage, be funny then if you're funny. And he was like, nah. They was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you want to say you want to be funny off stage? It's so easy, come on stage. And then he walks out. And bro, and I do this stupid, I hate this joke. I do this crackhead bit, right? I used to do it years ago. And in the middle of it, I'm like yelling, right? I'm yelling. This man decides to walk on stage when I'm yelling, man, and ruin my whole bit, the whole momentum. And then we get in this huge argument and we almost get in a fight, right? And I'm like flipping out. He ends up sitting, he leaves, right? Him and his boys. And I flip out, man. I'm like, if y'all don't want to be here, y'all gotta be here. And I was just, flipping out. And then there's just the guy, I don't know, the supervisor, he was just chilling there. He was just chilling. He didn't like break up. Like I'm right here with the dude, right? And then afterwards, he's like, yeah, it's the 5th time that happened. I thought you'd be different. And I'm like, what?
That's the 5th time?
What?
Why did y'all keep letting me do this?
He's like, it's happened like 5 times, but I thought that you would be different and maybe you can control him a little better, but
like, essentially he's lost control. What if he'd have been like, you know what, I said something last time and he beat my ass, so I just I need you to handle that. We ain't saying nothing to this.
For me, it was not even the content; it was the distance. Like one of the shows I thought I almost died. It was a 3-hour plane ride, but then another 2.5, 3-hour car ride from the airport there, and it was the winter. and I think I rented a car, but I was so late. I was ready to be like, y'all even gotta pay me. I mean, it's another day now. I can't. But when I got to the arena, every student waited like 2-3 hours. And when I walked in, they all turned around like, you're it. Where we gonna go? We gonna see. We knew you were on your way.
Those are the best crowds too.
And when I tell you 700 deep, I was like, you forget how you're changing their time.
Yeah.
But at first you're like, fuck school, fuck these people, fuck the check.
If it's set up right, like, you know, sometimes you go to college and it has like a little arena and they're packed. Like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I've done Ithaca in New York where they had study hall, and they had me performing. And it was like, okay, go up. I said, oh, I said, everybody's studying. It was like, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. And so as I'm performing, people are looking at me like they're getting help on their work and shit, and I'm like, dear heavenly cuz, they just looking at me. I'm like, yo, I gotta sell a show.
Yo. So for the people that keep asking, NACA is the National Association for Campus Activities. And it is a conference where comics go and they can showcase a part of their set. And then the representative of the campuses across the United States that have attended this conference can go up and book the entertainer for a gig or for a date. And, you know, I mean, here's the good and bad of it. Like, generally you get booked between $1,500 and $3,500, depending on, you know, what your agent can work out for you. The bad thing is everything else. Like, they're not going to buy merch because they're college kids. They don't have money. They don't have disposable income like that. You can't. A lot of colleges won't allow you to curse. So, like, if you are not just a clean comic, you have to amend your set tremendously. And like Jackie said, some colleges, like, even though you won't say anything sexual, they still will be like, that's kind of sexual. It was like, I said I went on a date and we went back to her place. There was nothing sexual. It might be implied, but I said nothing sexual. It just, it's so much that you have to deal with. And then again, like Jackie said, like if it's not one of the main colleges or universities that you know about, then the distance, like you literally might have to take a 4 or 5 hour plane ride, depending on where you're coming from. And then you still may have to drive 1 hour to 2 hours to get to this off-brand college and university. And when I say off-brand, I'm not taking a dig. I'm just meaning.
No, it's off-brand. It's off-brand. Say what it is. Don't nobody want to perform in Meredith Baptist University. And y'all got all these rules, and there's 10 motherfuckers in there. One got a Bible, one got a Quran, other nigga building a bomb, and you got to sit there and tell jokes to these niggas, and they got rules. You know,
you drive back from the airport, you see many Confederate flags. You're like, what? Why the fuck am I here?
Yeah, babies at the show. I had to hold a baby one time doing my set at one of these colleges, like, because the baby wouldn't quit crying. It's like, you want to hold her? I was like, no, nigga, but here. And I'm telling jokes with a baby in my hand. Yes. And one of them shows where it's like not an arena at all. It's like a hallway, and they're sitting on couches, and they brought a platform in for me to stand on and tell jokes. And I was like, I got to sell
a show.
I can't.
Wait, let's circle back to how Tahir asked in the beginning of the show. What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you? And Sydney never mentioned holding a fucking baby on stage.
I just thought about it.
Like, yo,
I remember holding the baby, telling jokes.
I was like, this man trying to do a bit right now. No one's gonna believe he actually held the baby. He's like, no, God, held the baby.
So baby. The baby's like, 1 or 2 or something like that. But yeah. Then I gave back to the mom in the front row. White lady, nice little white lady. Here you go. Here's your back, white lady.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I did. What's the club in Salt Lake City? Is it Mixed Nuts?
No, that was not what the
I didn't know it was called. Mixed Nuts.
In Salt Lake City, you talking about racism and jokes? I made it funny, Keon.
Try the salmon.
Something. It's a comedy club up there.
Come on, Wise Guys.
Wise Guys. I think Wise Guys.
Oh, I'm like the main one in Utah. Yes.
Man, listen, I don't remember. I went there once and I did a set, and this lady and this guy, they had like real kids in the club. Like it wasn't 5 p.m. show or 2 p.m. show. It was an 8 o'clock show, and they had like a 8 and 10-year-old at the show, and then I'm sorry. They had like one 8-year-old, but then they had a baby too, and I'm like, how is a baby in this comedy club? How's this possible to do? I had never seen a baby, and never since then in a comedy club, except for that. I thought that was the weirdest thing ever. I never heard that.
I've seen a bunch of babies, man.
I've seen so many babies.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch, but it's like a movie. You ever the movie theater? I feel like they always bring them, and it's like, and I don't even understand why they. It's like, look, I understand you want to get out,
right?
But now, like when I did the shows in Central Park as part of Stand Up New York, there's no mic. You're doing like spoken word. They're sitting on the grass, and they got their family and the kids, and the parents look at me like, "Bitch, where the kids gonna go?" So they go where we go where they go, and tonight we are all gonna be here. You know,
that's crazy. All get out, man. I can't even imagine that. And you have a baby.
So have you ever done stand up for kids?
Yes.
Well, you know what? It wasn't specifically for kids. I did it
for kids.
I thought it for teenagers, not for young kids.
I did it at a church where there were more kids than adults. And they had the kids in the front row. It was literally like 3 rows of kids before any adults were right there. And it was
How old were they?
Probably like between 4 and 11.
Man, that's bad.
4 is too young.
They don't know what's funny.
They don't. They don't.
The hardest part about doing shows for kids is trying not to just completely go just full on like, hey kids, you like when I do shows for kids, I don't even be bullshitting. I'll come on stage and I'll be like, honestly, I know y'all here, but these jokes are for the parents because I don't care about you. I don't care. You don't pay any bills. Like my fatherness comes out. I'm like, you don't pay bills. I don't care what you think. None of this is for you. And they be cracking up like, he's making fun of us. I'm like, I'm dead ass serious. I don't for you.
To combo with that, if I do a show and they're young girls, like teenagers between 11 and 15, I turn into them. Like I'll be like, he's not gonna text you back. They never text back in the same day. And you'd be surprised how these young girls are like, we got the same problem. I'm like, yeah, it don't change. He's 44 or 14. He's not gonna text you back in the next 2 hours.
Kids just watch me on stage. They be like, he hyper like me. And then it's just...
See, you gotta relate. When you relate, you don't gotta care how old they are. Just tell them what's bothering you. The same thing is bothering them.
For people that don't know, there are comedy shows just for kids. Flappers in Burbank used to have a Saturday, like a midday Saturday show, and they would serve milk and cookies to the kids, and they literally booked comics for that. Literally. I see the counter there, so I'm gonna just keep saying literally for the next.
No, do you, Tahir?
I'm gonna literally say literally as much as I literally can, Jackie. Literally.
Pull it up.
Yeah, I mean, literally, what else can I do? At this point, I've literally said everything I literally can say, and literally, I am exhausted, literally.
All righty.
I can't do shows for kids. My first joke is, my ex just beat cancer. I can't win for losing. I can't do that in front of kids. I can't do that in front of kids. You know, adults might see the humor. Kids, they granddaddy dead from cancer. You know, they don't get it.
Oh, no, bro. Okay, because kids, like,
honestly, I want to do a show with Sydney.
Right?
Call it dark.
Honestly, though, Sid, when it comes to the kids, they be with it. It be the parents like, can you not? The kids is like, go as filthy and horrible as you want. Like they think it's hilarious. You can walk on stage and be like, so I was doing this girl in the butt. They'd be like, they would lose it. And the parents be like, what the hell are you doing, man? But the kids be like, yes, bring that.
Especially
like, I'm working, brother.
If I got housewives in front of me and they got their kids there, her eye contact is like, bitch, fuck these kids. And I've said fuck these kids, and the parents be like, exactly. And then be little Ginger sitting right next to her. And I'm like, your mama wants the truth.
But I was on TikTok, and then there's this, you know how like you swipe and then a random video pops up that's going viral at the moment. And there was some kid that was going viral, and he was just like, you know, where they go to the yes, no boxes, and he was like presenting like the top porn stars. bruh. He was like, he had to be like 12. He was like, nope. Yeah, nope. And I'm like, what, bruh?
Follow.
I didn't know about these. What? Here's a kid. You know, you've been a kid. You know what I mean? I mean, how old were you when you realized that your parents? You be like, oh, y'all don't know what y'all doing either. You know
21. When I applied for college and I had to get your parents' tax information for financial aid, and when I saw their combined income, I was like, how the fuck are we not dead? Like when I saw
You're so disrespectful. They was like, what? How the hell are we even surviving?
I filled out the tax paperwork when I was trying to get financial aid to start college. And when they gave me their income together, I'm like, is this one of y'all? They were like, no, individual. I was like, I cannot believe I am alive and healthy. And that was when I realized that they kept me in private school, new cars, a house, and they didn't make enough and they would be dead now if they were my age trying to do that on that salary. That's when I realized that's credit. If your credit is good, you can have whatever you want. You'll be in debt. But if your credit stays good, you can finance a fucking, lawnmower and a helicopter in one. They'll give it to you.
Bundle.
Damn, that's crazy.
I was like 14. I was like, wait a
second. Oh, that young.
I was 14. I feel like I thought everyone was gonna be like, yeah, high school. You was like 37. I was like, okay. No, I was like, Rugrats lied to me because I thought it was like an upgrade, but it's like, you know what I mean? But
my daddy was old, so I got his perspective older. Like I had an old daddy, dog. Like my dad died in 2011. He was 78 then, right? So I was raised, and he's from Oklahoma, Muskogee, Oklahoma. So grew up around racism and everything. So it's like I just thought this was like an old black. It's like coming home, literally like, what you learned in school? Like Martin Luther King, like, oh, he was cool. Like, you knew him? He admit like he's like, Sidney, I was born in 1933. Of course I met Martin Luther King. He's in the elevator. It's like, wow. So I didn't like now my father always tried to get me to go to the military. That's when I realized he was full of it in a loving way. But like he always wanted me to go to the military. Like, you should go to the military, you should go to the military.
Why?
And he was in the military. And then he tried to act like he was in there for like 20 years. And my mama one time, she said, shut that shit up. Right. And you was in the military for 3 whole years and you been trying to act like. And I was like, oh, you've been fronting this whole motherfucking time.
My dad was always honest, but he was like a hypocrite. So he would be on his hype like, you niggas need to do A, B, and C. And we'd be like, what about you? Don't worry about it. Look at your mama. Like when we have bad grades, he'd be like, yo, you're bringing in the worst grades in 3 states. Like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, let me see your report card. He was like, I remember one time, I'll never forget it. He brought out all my mom's old stuff. He's like, look at your mother's grades. A's, A's, A's. I said, where's yours? Like, nigga, we ain't talking about me. And I'm like, how you gonna try to teach these lessons? And you bringing up my mom for the example.
I don't have to be smart. I married your mama.
I came up.
Okay.
Keon, is Harvey's open still? Do you know?
I don't know. Once they changed owners, I was kind of like, I went up there one time and I made them pay me in cash because I just didn't trust what was happening.
That was when my first time. One of my first headliner in that beginning of my world. Keon featured for me, and we did Harvey's in Portland, and it was fantastic. Every show was packed.
So fun.
We were both kind of new to this, and we're like, this looks like a lot of work, but it was fantastic.
I got banned from Harvey's.
What? Richie, you got banned?
I know, but no, I didn't do anything crazy. But I was 19, and I was lying about my age. I was just lying about my age, and then
is it 19 legal? 19 is
no,
legal.
You gotta be 21. So yeah, I didn't do anything crazy. I don't have no good story. I was just like, I'm 22. Because if I'm 21, that's barely making it.
Oh, well, you know what? I got one more story. You ever been to club at I guess the tri-state area they call it? It's like not Seattle, but it's like it's I forgot what.
Oh, are you talking about Jokers?
maybe it's like some.
Oh, Tri-Cities.
It's like some weird, like you get there and it's like a little casino, but like has like two blackjack.
That's Jokers, right?
I don't remember the name. It could be. It's like two blackjack tables in one. And
me and Jackie did Jokers.
So like a long time ago, somebody had a fallout, and I went to headline this room. Right now, listen, y'all. I'm not trying to say like I just don't like people to play with my money. I don't. So I did this show, and it's like maybe 12 people a show. Right, I'm staying in some rinky-dink hotel, and the club has like a third of the money that they said they was going to pay me. Keon, I thought I was going to jail because at the time, look, I ain't hold you. I needed this money. I was like 20. I needed this bread, and I thought I was getting it after the show, and they gave me like $450 or something like that. I was like, "Where's the rest of the money?" And they were like, "That's the money." I said, "So listen, man, I hate to shut this whole shit down." But I realize y'all are taking me out of here in cuffs if someone doesn't fucking pay me my money. I was so where they called my agent at the time and they were like, "Oh yeah, they already wired us the money. We were just gonna pay you." I said, "Y'all gotta tell me that I'm in here about to shoot. I'm in here about to go fucking ham in here." Because I thought they were trying to play me. Because that club looks like they play you. You know what I mean? It looks like, a rink, kind of shady little area. And I thought they wouldn't try to pay me, but then my agent didn't tell me the majority of money went to them first. And I was just like, yo, y'all got to tell me that because I thought they was in here trying to hustle your boy.
Man, I was at a club and there was something similar, man. So the club sold out at like 700. Let's just say it sold out like 700, right? So that's sellout. So I was so hype about it. I was like, oh, snap, we sold out 700. I'm all over my IG and like, boom, boom. And then like, when it comes to like the, payout and they show the numbers, I know the sellout is 700. We were sold out. There was no seat left. And then it showed 450. And it was missing.
Ooh,
it was missing on some other ones. It was on some other days it was missing. But I was like, hey guys, even if you said 500, it's off. You know what I mean? Even if you said 600, it was off because no seat was available. You should have went 50. If you went 50, then that would have made more. So I made this whole, I was flipping out and I was like, I was mad. I was hot and I'm going to get my money. And they was like, we'll pay you. Just come in the office. But I was like, I was over there talking to waiters. What does it look like? How many people that look like?
You
look like 700 or 450 people.
Preacher with full white woman. Like, can I?
Yeah. And then it was this huge
talk to somebody, please.
Yeah. You know how many times just in the last few months, I'm like, I would get the breakdown, the paperwork, and I'm like, I walked purposely through every aisle. There wasn't one single solitary seat.
Yeah.
Well, why isn't I sold out? People were sitting in the hallway, and I'm like, they don't do that to you, do they? Is that a common thing?
Oh yeah, they'll cheat you. They'll cheat you on the numbers all the time.
Listen, I was at a club, and this is when I first started going on the road. I don't even know. No, you weren't with me. No, yeah, okay. This is when I was in a different city, and we sold out every show. And I remember the manager talked to me afterwards. He was like, "Yeah, man, we sold out every single. We even snuck in like 50 extra people. Because we were like cool, we was tight, you know what I mean? And he was letting loose. Yeah, we even snuck in like 50 extra people in them seats. You see them people back there? He was like pointing to them. I'm like, oh yeah, it's great. Like I'm hyped. And then we look at the papers, and I'm like, hey, what's that 50 extra people? And so I told my agent, and then my agent was like, they flip out. Because they're like, that's my money too.
Right.
They go in. So it's like, that's my money. But in the beginning, for me, I had just started. Like, I'm not thinking about it being my money. I'm thinking like, I finally get the headline and I don't want to mess anything up, and I'm like, I don't want to step on any toes or whatever. So I told my agent, I was like, hey man, I think that, that they took some money because they said there was 50 extra people and I seen them and but I don't want to start any trouble. And my agent was, oh yeah, no. Yeah. So here we are. And then they just went in. So, but now now it's my money. I'm not new, you know what I mean? So, but
people don't understand when you perform and it's all fun and games. And then that's when the mayhem at Sunday, when it's time to get paid, that's when all the tricky shit start happening. Like, bro,
Right.
I need my money. I'm a good guy, love God. I I need my money. I need it.
Some of these places don't tell you about the different taxes either. Like I'll be like, this is not what you. Oh well, this state charges us. Well, nigga, you pay that. Why? Don't
No.
you told me?
You don't take tax out my check. No.
I need
You
this.
ever notice how that part of you, the hood part of you that will fight, you don't know it's coming. You don't feel it until you open up your check or you can't find them to get paid. That your soul is like, you don't realize I'll kill everybody. I'll kill everybody. You don't even remember you had that person in you, and then you're like, I'll blow this bitch up.
There's one club in Ohio. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The hardest I ever got played was in St. Louis. Keep in mind, I was gonna be there for my sister's wedding, so I set up some shows there. 6 shows, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, 1 on Thursday. On the way there, I find out that my dad has just died. My mom didn't tell me until I got on the plane because I was supposed to be. This is when they was bringing Def Jam back, and she knew I was supposed to be filming for HBO, so she didn't tell me to protect my energy. I found out
2008. Yeah.
That was no. This was like 2018 or 2018 or 2000.
Oh no, the newer. Okay,
the recent one, yeah.
Yep. So I was doing the warm up, bro. I did 6 shows. Finding out that news, went to the funeral, went to the wedding, my sister's wedding. Still did the 6 shows. Had my people come up from high school, right? Sunday night, I'm going to cash out. They give me $150.
And your dad just passed, so emotionally, nigga, your mind is everywhere.
Okay, you're like, I'll go to jail tonight.
Man,
Gladly.
You about to meet. You know,
bro,
everybody about to go meet my daddy.
Right. Pretty much. Here was like, when I come back, both y'all niggas.
Everybody gonna meet.
Bro, and that was the last time that I did anything for a friend without getting something in writing. Because I was like, oh, my boy gonna take care of me. He told me he got me on the shows, whoop de whoop. Bro, 6 shows as a feature. Not as a
full
guest.
work. That's full-blown work.
As a feature, $150. And I was like, yo, what is this? And then they throw me an extra 25. Here, 175. This is the best I can do. Say no more.
Uh-huh.
Say no more.
That's wild. For 6 shows, that's wild.
What were you gonna say, Sydney, about this place in Ohio?
Well, no, it's gonna make me look bad.
All right.
Hey man, here's a couple of them stories I started. And I was like,
you ain't worried about that the whole damn show, and now you talking about it's gonna make me look bad.
Because
I'll start turning the story in another direction. Man, there's one time I was in New York and I seen my friends.
Sometimes the comedy club owners, sometimes they think if you're not the headliner, they can talk to you crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And because the act is bringing in the money, the big act. And so I told this dude, I said, hey man, I don't control Marlon. Right. So like I arrive when he arrives, and I realize sometimes he may arrive late. But if you have an issue with that, I told him this like on Thursday. I said you should hit his assistant or hit his agent or hit him, but don't hit me. Like I'm not his handler. Just don't hit me. He said, okay. So Friday, I could go to the show early morning and come with me. It's all good, man. Like, I bet. We come. As soon as we pull up, this white dude comes out and he goes, Sydney! On stage now! I chased this nigga. And Marlon grabbed me. He ran after me and grabbed me. He said, you can't do that. I said, this motherfucker thinks he could talk to me crazy? And he was like, and then Marlon, like, look, Marlon's a good dude, right? Marlon Flake, I've never seen Marlon get mad. He was like defending me, but he was like defending me because like he didn't want me to get upset. And it's Marlon, so he's like, you don't ever talk to my feature like that. And like, it was upset. And I was like, you was too nice. I was just so mad, man. But like, yeah. But that wasn't a money story. That's why I stopped. I was like, that's gonna make me look like I'm a bully. But he had talked to me crazy. Like, Keon, imagine some older white dude being like, Keon, now! You'd be like, ooh, the K is for killer and Keon.
As soon as that happened, I'll just start taking stuff off. Okay. This is what we're doing.
Sydney, I feel like you know. Well, what happened in Comic View the last round? I feel like you got inside information.
Which I was working that show. Like, well, not working that show. I knew the dude. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? People performing?
Why didn't they continue? Why didn't a lot of
the
episodes
other
air?
Comic View in Atlanta. I don't know, man. I don't know why that happened. That made me feel bad because that was supposed to be like Leonard Oots. I referred Leonard. I was like, I had just seen Leonard Oots in Virginia Beach, and I had called Amber Bickham at the time. I think was booking that, and I was like, this is a dude that's like a young Lavelle Crawford. I seen him on a Wednesday night. This dude's so fucking funny. You should book him. She's like, all right, that nigga booked the show live, and then they didn't air like a bunch of episodes, but they got them shits like online, hidden somewhere. Like I don't know why.
Comic View is what I
don't know why.
Man, that's I love, bro. I used to love it until they started. I mean, obviously everyone agreed until they started remixing it, and then it was like, okay, you doing this?
Yeah.
I mean, they messed it up.
It was too much. They was doing like the New Orleans edition.
Yeah.
I'll always
They had some
bitter
Hulk
because
effect, like someone turned into the Hulk one time. They like did the effect, and it's like, what are you doing?
one of the if I die tomorrow or in a few days, one of my only gripes is they never wanted me to audition. They never hollered at me, nothing.
Oh yeah, Jackie? Is that a fact?
Nope.
No one ever calls you to audition? Is that a thing that happens? Really?
Yeah, shut up. You got
Comic View, AGT, Def Jam, none of it. No one has none of it.
What's the show? Last Comic Standing. I was so upset, man.
None of it.
2015 audition with I was actually Matt Rife was in the audition with me. I had just won Funniest Wins in 2014.
I remember that. TBS.
So 2015, I auditioned for Last Comic Standing in the Improv. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on my trying to focus. Like, boom, I kill. Like, boom, do really good. And it's like, okay, you get a call back to come to do that. And then it was like, hey, I'm sorry. you want to show last, I think, year, so it can't be available. I was like, why not? It's like, oh yeah. And so
they wouldn't get that settled before you get there.
Dog, I was so mad, dog. I was so, because you prep for that, you mentally.
Yes, your new outfit, everything.
All that stuff, you know what I mean? I bought some new Chucks, and then nothing.
Man, let me
that's what happened to Keon.
Every story y'all got him just sitting there like, oh, really, guys? Really?
Bro,
how about this?
Really?
And this was the producer and the booker, well, the booker of Comic View, for some reason just did not like me. She liked Sydney, she liked Chase, she liked Brandon Lewis, she liked Chinadu,
Amber.
Everybody
vouched for me. Everybody vouched for me. And she just was like, nah, he ain't strong enough. And I'm like,
I don't think she didn't pick Tony either, I don't think.
So I don't know what it was against me, but she did not mess with me. And so I was just like, all right, cool. And then the producer of Wildin' Out, you mentioned him earlier today. I hit him up. I go to him directly. I see him on a Wednesday night at Jeru spot. I was like, bro, I didn't realize.
I just left him right now. I just left him to go get my license.
I was like, I didn't realize the cutoff was tonight.
I know you're talking
about. I have my audition. I got it right here. And he was like, bro, just send it to me. I'll make sure we get it in. I'm like, you sure? He's like, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. Hit him up, text him all the day. He's like, yeah, I got you. I'll let you know when the deadline is. I'll let you know when the cutoff is. Never heard anything else from him. Deadline happens. And then I just was like, why tell me? Why tell me that you don't? And so me being me, I'm a petty Pisces. I was like, I'll never work with you ever again in life. And I'm trying to let that spirit go, but I'm just, because everybody like, yo, he's such a good dude. And I saw Clayton that wished him a happy birthday, I think like last month or something like that. And I was like, I wish there's a dislike button on Instagram.
He's solid. He probably something like out of control, but you should talk to him. Yeah, go do it, because he's working on a bunch of other stuff too. I remember you inspired me. Remember I had auditioned for a while now, and you came with me, and you was like, I said, you got audition? You was like, nope, but my plan is just to make a good impression. And I'm gonna get an audition. And I was like, all right, brother. And we got there, and you like, Sydney, I'll be right back. All right. And like, talk. You was like, guess who got a motherfucking audition? I was like, okay, then.
I talked my way in. I saw Nick Cannon out front. I was like, bro, I didn't know about these auditions. I'm just finding out this. I'm dropping my homeboy off. I promise you, if you let me in, I won't disappoint you.
So wait, what's happening? What didn't they cancel it?
Yeah,
this was years ago. Yeah, this was
before,
okay.
long before now.
Yeah, this was years ago.
Preacher, this is back when everybody was auditioning and they didn't tell anybody, and then certain people, I won't name names, didn't know anything about it, and then you just see all your friends going to audition, but you didn't know anything about it, but all your friends were going, and no one said anything.
Listen, Keon, I wouldn't have known if Sydney didn't need a ride. I wouldn't have known.
No one said nothing, bro.
No one said a word. I would not have known either. And these are people that I broke bread with at Denny's and IHOP at 2 and 3 in the morning.
No one said.
It's gotta be awkward when you see everybody in there. Hey, what's up, man?
Bro, Def Jam. When Def Jam came back out, I didn't know nothing about it. I show up to cheer my friends on. I run into the person who was putting on, hey man, nothing personal. It's only so many we can do, but I promise I got you. I was like, yeah, all right, bye.
At some point,
Def Jam was fun. Def Jam was fun.
At some point, you just get not bitter, but you're like, if you were to list the Black female comics who've been popular over the last decade, you just want to be a part of the list. I don't gotta make it, but I'm like, when they list so many, you're like, so you couldn't think of nobody else. And then sometimes I feel like if you don't have enough hood in you, they don't pick you. They'll replace you.
I think it's all part of the journey, though. Be honest with you, everybody got these stories of like, damn, like I didn't call for that, or like, damn, I missed that. It's like I got them stories, like a bunch of people. I think it's just a part of the process of like just.
It is the journey.
Then eventually you just start booking, and you start booking, and you like, and then you don't worry about so much shit, and you realize that some of that shit is trivial. Like, all right, cool, because you're working. But I think everybody go through it, and at the time you finally, I don't know, you just start working because you be out here so long. Everybody grinds. You'll see the the fruits.
It feels good, Sydney. It feels good to be bitter for like a little while. Don't it feel good every now and then?
It used to piss me off like a lot. And then
every now and then, if I see a show and I'm like, they got canceled, I'm like, you know why you got canceled? Because you didn't book me, motherfucker. The show would have lasted for one season, and that's a real feeling.
Yeah,
I did an audition for Coming to America, right?
Oh, Preacher, don't even get me started. Go ahead.
Listen,
Tahir.
Got a call back for Eddie Murphy's son, right? Got a call back, and then it got an email, and pretty much essentially the email was like, "Oh, my bad. No, we didn't want you back."
Yo, that's the worst.
I got a call back. Yeah.
The worst is the take back. It's not like I can honestly like not being included. I'm like, oh, okay, they're not checking for me. But the take back, I booked Heart of the City. They was like, you got it. You're in.
I didn't know.
The Bay Area Heart. A lot of people, I don't really talk about it, but when they did Heart of the City Bay Area, I booked it. They hit me a day later and was like, well, since you already did, we got next. We got next. You can't do it anymore. But the like Comedy Central never told me, so it was still like up in the air. So I just see my replacement, and I'm like, "Yo, what's happening?" And it was like, "Oh yeah, you're not doing it." And I was like, "Huh, okay." So that's it.
Did the nigga look like you? Did he look like you? Was his name like Keon?
And you know what's crazy? I didn't care. I just wanted the money. We had time. We be like, I need that money. Yeah. So I needed because you got paid twice, and I was like, "Yo, I want that check and then the next check," and I wanted to meet Kevin. And then it was like, nah, I mean, you did great. You slaughtered your audition. Like they pulled the, we got you. You're on our radar. I was like, but the radar doesn't get cashed at the bank.
It's way more of the mental struggle. It's for me is more of a thing to overcome when you keep getting told, we love you. After a while, you're like, well, when is that going to translate into actual... Everybody love me. Well, I need to be in my house by now. How does everybody love me? But my call time is 0.
Yo, okay. I just remember this. So you remember the NBC showcases back in the day, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't remember those either.
Yeah,
no. Yo, so like back in the day, like
part of your journey.
Like I mean, like show up and like not having agency representation, bro, and like and like sitting in line.
Talking about diversity, right?
Yeah, and like standing in line all night.
Never audition for them.
I remember like Ocean brought like McDonald's at 5 in the morning. I'd be like, oh, thanks, man. Like just that type of thing, right? I remember not getting into Hollywood. Like, dang, that's crazy. I drive to San Diego. I drive to San Francisco. Don't get it. The next year, I drive to San Diego. right? Sit outside that long line, whatever. Look, it's a comic riding with me. I'm not gonna say his name. He ride with me to the show, right? To San Diego. We get there. He bombs on stage. Now, he bombed real bad, right? Like where he was like, man, like while he was performing, he was bombing. They gave you the call back. You know, we're driving back to California, LA. I'm waiting on the call because I think I did good. He gets the call. He's like, and you hear him be like, you had a really bad set, but we just want to give you another opportunity. And perform. He's like, I got it. He's like, I know you finna get a call. I was like, man, thanks. And they never called me. I'd stop going back to the showcase. I was like, this is I just step outside in LA. I step outside in San Francisco. I slept outside in San Diego. I was like,
well, they're usually looking for something. I feel like
I was so mad.
I did some show, man. I'm not gonna say the show, but there's a show that was on TV that that some other comedians were on TV, and it was almost an audition process. And I made it to like the second round of this audition process, and we're each supposed to do 7 minutes, right? So I went up and I feel like I had the best set. I feel like I had the best set. It was like maybe like, I don't know, like 10 of us. I feel like I had the best set, but I was like, okay, but it's either between me and these two people, right? And the two people go through, and the two people that picked to go through is a guy who had a good set, but he wasn't in like top 5 good sets. And then another guy who did 11 minutes. He was supposed to do 7. 11 minutes. You know how like you go over, you be like, oh man, I was a minute over. This man went 4 minutes over. They still picked him. So it's like it really don't matter. Like people are looking for a certain thing. I remember Keon tell me after, and a couple people, other people tell me when they was auditioning for AGT the year after me, they was like, could you be more like Preacher? That's what they was asking for.
I got that too. They're like people who wanted to do it. They're like, well, they want high energy. And I'm like, what do you already do? If you don't know what you do, then you can't audition for nothing.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I feel like they, especially at the NBC Center for Diversity, like they wanted a very specific black, well, I'll say this, very specific, safe black pick if they were going to pick somebody black. Because you had Tone Bell, who's cool with everybody. Like I know everybody.
All the fucking winners. I know everybody they picked. I know everybody. Maranzio, Naeem, Tone Bell. I listen.
Well, Sydney's frozen.
Oh, these light-skinned niggas. Like, I was just like,
very cool for
Tone Bell, Maranzio Vance, Naeem Lynn. I was like, oh, see, I just want all the light-skinned niggas. Like, I was just so mad. Like,
man, you light-skinned?
Come on, man. I got jokes too. I know I'm 6'4".
You definitely you light-skinned though, bro. Ain't you light-skinned? I feel like
Sydney? No.
Not like Tone and not like Naeem.
Yeah, light-skinned. I feel like I'm
everybody light-skinned to me.
We're like the same color.
No.
Bro, everybody but me and Jackie light-skinned in here.
I'm in between Keon and Preacher. I'm
okay, you are. I'm definitely the most chocolate, but you know.
Yes. Be proud of that.
Yeah.
I used to get really mad at all of them, and then I got like when you know, like Sydney said, you do it long enough, you're like, that just wasn't for me, or it's not a big deal. Like,
or you forget. You ever forget? Get a call back or a feedback. You're like, for what?
Right.
All right. Whatever.
The worst though is like when they actually do like hit you up to do something that you weren't even thinking about, and then they be like, we don't want you, nigga. You called me. I wasn't even thinking about this.
That's when I go to a meeting for a network and I get to the big conference room and it's full of executives and they're like, so what are you working on? I'm like, you guys asked me to come here. What do you want me to work on? I'm at home. Clearly, I had the free time to come down here at noon on a Wednesday. Oh. So what do you need me to do? I'll do it.
I hate how they play you in the world with time. Like if you got an audition and you ask for any grace with your audition time, or you ask for the way they treat you is like, oh, you should be so lucky to even get called in, right? I had to do a commercial this past week, and on the day of the fitting, I had to wait 2 hours and 15 minutes past my call time.
Really? Oh.
And it was like, what do you do? What do you do? Like,
you ever see the callback days on the wall and be like, I ain't got none of those days available, but I'm still gonna do this.
Hey, dog. Hey,
I don't even doing it.
I'm like,
I call back dates. I'll be like, I can't even. I'm not even gonna waste your time. I can't.
See here,
Yeah.
God's so
What?
good, bro. The last commercial I did was the USA commercial, right? It's on a Saturday. It's in North Hollywood. They are late, bro. Like an hour and some change. And I'm not bragging about my assholeness. I just was in a bad mood. And I was like, I said out loud, I said, hey man, y'all should have planned better for this. I said, y'all have all these people waiting on a Saturday when y'all could have had an extra, y'all should have planned better for that. I'm like literally upset, like I'm about to leave. I don't care about commercials. Like, I don't give a shit, right? I go in there and look, dog, audition like this. I was like, okay, come on. Like, I'm literally like, come on. I'm mad. Right? It's some improv shit, clock in, boom, 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 boom. You know, we're done. Leave pissed, right? Book it. Hold on, book it. You like,
yep.
That's crazy. Go to the fitting, hand to God. We think we shooting one. He's like, yeah, so we shooting 5 spots. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, it's gonna be 5 spots. I was like, God, good, because I was in there acting the ass. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Blah, blah, blah. And God was like, I'm trying to bless you, nigga. And I was just, I couldn't see it.
When you don't care, the first audition I had for Nickelodeon was good. The callback, I had the flu, full blown. I'm gonna die in 2 days flu, and I'm like, I'm not coming back. I have the flu, and they were like, they kept calling. When they keep calling, it's a problem. When your commercial agent keeps calling you, something's going down. And like, Jackie, they need to have you. I'm like, I don't feel well. Fuck this commercial. And when I got there, I walked in the room, the directors, everyone big. I walked in, I said, what? I walked in like, what y'all want? And they were like, just do it. And on the drive home, I booked it.
Yo.
I'm like, I didn't care about this. I was sick. Fuck you guys.
If I could give any advice to anybody, being honest, you doing commercial
don't
auditions,
care.
Don't care, bro. I canceled a couple of them. I booked. Like, I'm not going to be Orkin. And my commercial like, why don't you go audition? I said, no. Why? I literally said, I'm not finna be no roach, nigga. I literally said that. And then,
or the cattle
she's like, Sydney, go. I'm not doing that. Then booked it.
The one in the beginning, the first call, they want everyone to come in. I'm like, look, if they want me, I'll come for the callback. And then the callback, right. I'm like, oh, y'all really wanted me. This is real. This is real.
What's wild is like, because we had that luxury as comedians, because we gonna work, you know, the road or writing jobs or whatever, we gonna work. So we be in there like, I don't give a shit about none of this. Them actors be in them auditions like, okay, here's my lines. This is what I gotta do. This is life or death. If I don't get this role, I'm gonna be sucking dick in West Hollywood. I gotta get this. They be going through it, and we be like,
I'm like, yo, how long y'all got? Because I'm
I'm like, I gotta be at the Improv by 8. It's 6:30. You got 10 more minutes to wrap this shit up.
So yeah, they be like, wear the same thing you wore last time. I'm like, nah, I'm wearing something new. I'm not gonna wear the same thing.
You don't do the thing. You don't wear the same.
That's the dumbest shit in the world to me. No, no. I'm wearing no.
You know how many times they want to see my outfit? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I had on. I ain't think
I don't know
selfie that day. I don't know.
Make sure you wear the same jeans, same socks. Oh, no, I haven't. No, I have somewhere else to go after this. I'm not gonna change in the car. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. So you're gonna get the same fucking hoodie that the next audition is gonna get. So are we doing this? Are we not? I gotta play a thug one in my next audition. I'm in a McDonald's audition, so you finna get this hoodie right now because I'm not changing in the car. I'm not Superman, bitch. Let's go.
Sydney, I have changed clothes in a Carl's Jr. off of La Brea, and the amount, and I thought, let me tell you something. Before I knew I could do comedy, I thought commercials was gonna be my way. My only goal was to be the next Pine Sol lady, to be the next Popeyes lady. I'm like, when they meet me, I'm gonna get a campaign. And I didn't think beyond commercials because I like commercials. And you can make a wonderful living in that, but you don't know what they want. And you walk in a room full of yous.
Right. That's the thing. When you walk in a room full of yous, first of all,
weird.
It's weird and it's a little disheartening because I'll walk in a room full of me and I'll be like, all these niggas look better than me. Like, why? Like, you walk in there and you're like, yo, I thought I was here, but these, I don't fit anymore. Like, this is not. No.
Boris Kojo, little brother in there, Tyson Beckford.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
I'd be feeling like they made a mistake. I'd be like, no, I
I'm
know y'all.
like, I'm the shortest meat in here. Yeah.
Exactly.
I did one commercial audition. They was like, "Can you take your shirt off?" I said, "No, I don't have abs. What are we doing?" Yeah.
But look, Sydney, not having abs worked out so great for you. You had a single on iTunes called Regular Body. You were selling hoodies and t-shirts.
Listen.
And low-key, I was watching that show every week just for you. And I was like, yo, Sydney, when I saw the video, I was like, Sydney got this shit, bro.
That went viral, bro.
That shit went viral crazy.
Viral, yeah, that was like dope. Yeah. Super
That was the dopest shit. I was like, that's one of those moments you were like, man, I'm his friend, bro. Like, I know, I'm telling you, I know, bro. Like, they sending me the stuff because they think it's fine. I'm like, bro, I know, bro, right now. I'm screenshotting your name. I'm like, I could call bro right now. Like, that's the homie, bro. I know where he stayed. I went to his house. I didn't smoke weed, but I went to his house.
You know what's funny to hear? I had a moment of being a hater. Like, my mother's watching TV for like Judge Judy every day. I'm upstairs, and I can hear the Spectrum commercial. I hear Tony's voice and Kevin. And my first feeling is this, and then I go back to what I was doing because it plays all day. And I'm like, I love these guys, but again, god damn it, I heard it 4 times already.
You know the craziest thing is that I'm in that commercial too.
I knew it. I was like,
I saw you when I heard you. My whole thing is how many times they played.
You didn't hear me, Jackie. They cut my lines. You didn't hear me, but you might have.
They cut your lines?
I saw you.
They Keon you?
Listen, Sydney, when I got to the commercial, you know what? I wish is Tony still in here? I'm trying to see if Tony or Kev is in the chat right now. Bro, I go to we get to the set, and where I'm sitting, they was like, all right, we're gonna have you sit forward, and then we're gonna have you grip up Tony like this, and you're gonna say, yeah, man, I love this game, right? That went to, all right, let's get rid of the hand five. That felt like it was too urban, right? So they got rid of that, and I was just supposed to be like, oh, I love this game, right? You know what, Tahir, let's strike that line. Let's strike that line and just let's get that out. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're shooting again. They was like, Tahir, we're actually gonna move you out of the commercial. We'll still pay you.
They told you right then?
Yes, they removed me from the commercial.
What happened? What did I miss?
And then they was like, you know what? We kind of need his shoulder. So they put me back in just to have a dirty shot with my shoulder in the shot, but that's it.
That's the main reason you don't tell people. Like you asked me earlier on the other podcast, you're like, what you working on? Learned, and when you hear about it, that's what I'm working on. Like, because all the stuff that's in play may not come to light.
My Google commercial, when I auditioned, I had lines. You hear me? Like lines. We walked in an audition, and they was like, hey, we just need you to go, hey. And they made me do that hella time. And that's what I had lines, bro. By the time it aired, I said, hey, they cut.
You still got paid though, right? You still got paid?
You goddamn right I did. I didn't complain at all.
If you
looked at that check like, hey.
That was the most profitable hey I've ever done in my life.
If you're on set, the contract's been signed, baby. Whatever we agreed to, those terms, they have to be upheld. So yes, I still got paid, like I said, multiple lines, but I just said, hey.
Yeah, commercial auditions though, it's like, you know what, we're comics, so like for me, it's like I'm gonna make my bread and butter probably through stand-up and some writing, right? And commercial auditions are like such a luck of the draw for me that I guess I don't put a bunch of hype on them. It's like, all right, if y'all like me, cool. If not, but like I've always.
It's so stressful, Sydney. Like you have to. There's so many friends that I have who have made a lucrative life from being a commercial actor. Yeah. And when they're your close friend, they're like, why can't I? They taught me everything they know and done everything. And
it's relationships with the casting person too. Like, absolutely. Yeah, they literally take casting workshops, and the casting person might know them. Like the dude I did the USA commercial with, the lead guy. In between, he was with the director, like, that's crazy because, you know, and he was like chumming it up, but he works all the time in commercials. But like my personality, I guess I'm not like, hey, so I just hope you like me and I hope you book me again.
And what's funny is that I felt like kind of guilty, like when AGT was done and I was still going on commercial auditions. I'm like, I know I'm gonna walk in the room and people are gonna know who I am, but I'm like, so I should actually book it. And when I wasn't nothing,
We had
I was
20
like,
minutes left.
I was like, what you gotta do?
So what are we doing?
How'd you get the middle of Jackie's story? Just take your shirt off.
No.
I just looked up. We had 15 minutes. I've
hate
been
niggas
shirtless
with muscles,
every episode.
bro. I don't like niggas with
I've
muscles.
been shirtless every episode.
Always do.
Hey man, you should have let me know, man, that we
Go
were
ahead,
doing
get
this,
your
bro.
name on
You
this,
know
bro.
what I'm saying, bro?
I'm about to pull my dick
come
out.
on.
I'm about to pull my dick out to here. I don't have ass. I'm finna pull my dick out.
Get in
Your
on
turn,
this,
Jackie.
bro.
I'm finna pull my dick out. I don't have ass.
Hey, Sydney, it's YouTube. Stop it.
Oh.
No more shirts off. We're done.
I just remember we had 15 minutes left and I hadn't done it yet.
Listen,
Why you be taking your shirt off? Swear
I've done it every single episode.
yeah. If y'all want to hit the cash apps up, this is the time to do it. Y'all getting your
Y'all a
money.
horse. Y'all a horse. Okay, that's what y'all are. Y'all a
Just
male
top
horse.
my ass.
Your thoughts.
Be
Your
good.
thoughts.
Both of these guys, they rarely have on
Yeah,
tops
top.
when they do
Let me
anything.
tell you,
So
No.
if
it's
I never
uneventful
had
now.
the body, I would never have a shirt on. You understand
I
me?
hear you would never have a shirt on. You always have a shirt off for some reason.
I be taking my shirt off. Now. I'm confident in myself. I know what I'm bringing to the table.
There you go.
You like the nigga you get mad at because like I feel good because I actually lost like 10 pounds, right? And then you be like, shut up. I'm like, man, see, let's get a snack. I'm gonna get a motherfucking snack. Because this nigga like he just drinks water, and work out.
Sydney, I love your
If you
post
ever-
recently where you were like, people, I'm so proud of you getting up early and going to work out, but I'm going back.
Yeah, I do extra for me because I'm rolling back over. And then Keon was
I
like,
definitely commented on it too.
thanks, my head.
This would make me mad about Sydney. Sydney will post that, right? Then text me and be like, hey, my nigga, if you could just do a meal plan real quick. And I'm like, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do
Hey,
it.
man, I like to give back to the community. If you got a meal plan, man, let your boy know. I'm going to do it for a week. Oh,
Yo, Sydney, me and Kev need to have a podcast just called "This Is It." This is it. What
Every
do you
meal
think?
plan
Guess
doesn't
what's
work.
right, though?
It don't work for me because I eat a lot, bro. So like I eat all my meals in like 2 days. It's small portions, and I'll be like, you gave me this little piece of salmon with this, cool. 2 hours later, what I'm supposed to have? Oh, this little thing of snack. I'm a grown ass man. Where's the other meal? So now they ate 2 fish dinners. I'm supposed to spread out because I'm hungry, and I don't have the discipline.
See, I want us to do a podcast called "This Is It."
Wait, any of y'all on diets right now?
What?
I changed my diet recently, and I just increased my water intake, and I stopped drinking. So I saw a couple people ask, like, "Where's the telling?"
Oh my God! To hear you stop drinking?
I stopped drinking through the week, so I only drink it on the weekend, and I don't drink that much on the weekend now. So I stopped drinking.
Hey, that's what's up. I ain't smoked since Thursday. I might order something.
Hey, let's go, my.
I
I be telling. We were doing a squad cast earlier today, and we were talking about how Cindy and I we stay in the same complex, and like we old men, we would just walk to the grocery store together and just talk about life. And we ain't never in a hurry either. We mosey on to the grocery store. I have my robe on. I do this.
Have my robe
robe.
You ever come on? Ain't no free time like free time on a Tuesday when there's no show and no audition. Come on.
Jackie, we such old men. Like people be driving up the street, family. Like, look at these hooligans just running up and down.
Why are they speeding like that? They gonna fuck around, man. The insurance gonna go up.
But I've never been more lonely than when I was when my phone was not ringing and there was no emails. You're kind of like, hey guys, I need to do something.
Yo,
trying
man.
to stay away from my phone, bro. Social dilemma. Y'all seen social, man? That stuff messed me up.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
I don't want to
I
be
saw
on
some
my phone.
I fell asleep, but I was tired. But it wasn't. I was tired. It was good. I was just tired. Yeah, it was. It was just tired. I was just tired. That's all. I just
wait to hear, but I know you're gonna wrap up, so I wanted to use it, guys. Tomorrow night, make sure y'all watch my podcast tomorrow live on YouTube. It's my Married Dudes episode. Tahir, Sydney, Ron G.
I could tell you how the episode's gonna work already.
And Joey Wells. No. I want man advice, and you have to ask for advice from people who have what you want. So A lot of girls, women don't like to hear that, but you stop asking your girlfriend who ain't had a boyfriend since Carter was in office. You need to ask somebody else.
I think that's gonna be such a good episode because each one of us are so different in our marriage.
Yeah,
so
but you all realize you all were not too shy as men to be like, I found her, I'm done. But what does it take to get that? Like, and so many women are like, well, men play games, or they're just single and they're having fun. Everything ain't about game playing. So Keon's like, I'm normal man. Why are we, you know?
I never understood the whole playing games thing. Just because somebody doesn't want to commit when you do doesn't mean they're playing games. It's like, man, I'm not here for that.
Facts, bruh.
I'm not here.
When Tahir had it,
I don't. That's just it.
She had an episode a few days ago where Keisha E and she was like, well, y'all playing games, and it triggered me. I'm like, it's not playing games if he doesn't give you what you want. It's playing games if he tells you, I want A, but I'm gonna give you B.
Right.
Then
look, this is one advice I'm gonna give on this
but not
right this
dating.
episode. I'm gonna save some for marriage, but I feel like this. It's real to me. For women, it's simple. For me, it's like this. Once you find a dude that's gonna make a plan for you and him, that's who you go with. Most niggas ain't got. If I ain't got a plan for you, why are you giving me your energy? If I present a clear plan for us, then you go, oh, he has a plan for us, our life. Then it's like,
because we all think that we can change every guy we meet. All women, we're like, he may not have been a settled down dude, but I'ma change him. We all think,
which is stupid when somebody is telling you, I'm not that nigga. Like that's so silly.
But hold on. To be fair though, dudes do that too. Dudes get with a chick because they saw her Instagram page and she had all of these pictures on there and she's looking thick and she half naked and all of that type of shit. And then he gets with her and expects her to change everything that she's been doing. It's like, bro, you knew she liked to post these type of pictures before you got with her. That's what made you attracted to her. Now you want her to change everything about her. Like I can get certain pictures that you might not feel comfortable, her saying, but if that's her job, if she's a fashion model or she like promotes clothes and all that, you knew what the fuck you was walking into. So like you can't be mad when she like, no, motherfucker, like no. Or you don't know the situation. She might have lost a lot of weight and before she wasn't proud of her body, but because she lost that weight through working out or her diet, now she's like, I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna tell y'all what, if I lose 40 pounds, nigga, ain't never gonna have no parents. Just gonna have to accept the nigga ain't never gonna have no shirt. I'm gonna have the baddest suit. I'm gonna have all the shea butter and all the baby oil, but nigga shirts? Oh yeah, no
exactly.
Tops, no button-ups, no t-shirts, no hoodies, no sweaters, no pullovers, nothing, motherfucker, nothing. Jackets, blue jean jackets galore, but this chest gonna be out. You finna get all these motherfucking all like that, nigga. Don't ever let me, and God knew. That's why he made me have the appetite that I had, because he knew if I could sing or had a body, nigga, problems. You understand me?
People say that about singing. Like, that's not, I don't know.
So tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. East Coast, go to my YouTube and watch. I'll have married guys, because I always find that when people like Sydney and Tahir and Joey, they tell you the truth. And usually it hurts your feelings. You might want to cry, but it's usually the best advice you can get. So see y'all tomorrow night.
All right, well, that is, man.
That was the dopest plug ever. Just so you know, that was a really dope plug.
Hey, watch my show on NBC called Connecting every Thursday at 8 o'clock.
How does that feel, Preacher?
Also watch Nickelodeon at 7 every
all right.
Thursday.
With
7 p.m.
All right, I get it.
Let's go, Preach. Get that money, Preacher.
My special drop on other platforms.
I will never have. Preacher's one of the people I really be like really rooting for. Like when he be getting stuff, I'll be like, yes, we won. I really be rooting for this dude. Preacher, like honestly, Jackie and Preacher actually, like this is years ago. Both of them used to take me on the road a lot. And all the clubs I headline now, like 80% of them was because I was on the road with them and got to be seen by the bookers. And the bookers was like, we got to bring you back by yourself. But it was rolling with them is how I booked like a lot of these clubs. So I always have love for them for that.
Oh, thank you. Preacher, you remind me, you remind me of Tone Bell. Like I love you and I'm happy for you. But for 1.5 seconds, I'm like, God damn it, you gonna book everything you go out for? And then I come back.
You don't even know what I'm abominate.
Everything.
What?
I said, does Tone Bell even audition? And he just shows up. He's like, yeah, I got 6 shows running right now. Let's see this shit. Like it's Tone's in everything.
This is the best Tone Bell story, nigga. It was like James was auditioning for Whitney. I was doing a show I was on this hidden camera show, and so we were at my house in Burbank, chilling stuff. James is like, I'm helping him with his audition. He got called back. So then he's like, oh, so happy, right? It was on my birthday weekend too. He comes back, he's like, Sydney, I did good, man. I think I'm about to book Whitney. We go to Lola's in Hollywood, right?
Oh, I used to love Lola's.
When we walked in, Tom Bell was at the bar. Right? He turned around, he goes, yo, y'all not gonna believe this book Whitney. And James was like, for congratulations. I laughed so hard. And you call him, why you laughing? I was like, James, tell him. I called back and I thought I was gonna get it.
But if I see Preacher or Tone in an audition, I'm just gonna walk out. I'm like, I'm not getting this. They're gonna get it.
If I see Sherry Shepherd and Yvette Nicole Brown, I'm gonna walk out. So that's how I know.
If I see Preacher or Tone Bell when I go in, I'm like, I can't believe Tone was shooting up at this audition. Anyway, what do you guys want me? I'm gonna say the same thing about both of them. I can't believe Preacher and Tone were just shooting up heroin at this audition. Anyway, what do you want me at? What you guys want me to start at?
You get annoyed like The Neighborhood on CBS. I auditioned the same day. What's her name? Tashina Arnold did. She walked in. She's like, "Oh my God!" I'm like in my head, like, "Why you motherfuckers know I don't need to be on this couch? You know goddamn well you already have her. I'm just here in case she's busy." and then of course I'm like, "You guys had me and her here together. None of you have heard of me."
You were in an audition.
Jackie, you were in the room, Jackie. That's a beautiful thing that you were in the room. So
right.
It was.
Yeah. Have you ever been in an audition though, and you know, like you see somebody that you like grew up on, and they like shouldn't be there?
Yeah, you like, what you doing here?
Yeah. Why you auditioning? Like, what you doing?
I used to watch you when I was a kid. Yeah.
I feel bad every time. Like I still be like, oh man, I'm a fan of your work, but at the same time, be like, damn.
Yeah, I don't miss that.
Yeah, that was how I felt with Tashina Arnold. I'm like, wouldn't you be an offer only? What the hell you in this room on Sad with me on La Brea Boulevard?
Well, listen, it's we actually usually do this wrap up about 10 minutes till, Preacher. I didn't want to mislead you. We usually are out of here right at 9 o'clock, but I didn't want to.
Most of y'all look so silly with no shirts. It's so cute.
So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to start doing the wrap up.
Jackie taking pictures?
What? No.
That dude gonna walk by behind that camera. What the fuck?
You just see a phone flying to the screen, like
Jackie. Jackie's whole thing's gonna go on mute, and you just see her going like this.
I be forgetting, guys. I'm
all right. So let's do right now. Forever. This is where you can thank anybody, tell them what's coming up. All you guys' information is in the description of what you got coming up already. But you can go ahead and do that. So let's go. Keon, Sydney, Preacher, Jackie, and then I'll close out.
Pew, pew, pew.
Shout out to Amanda, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Idea, LeBaron, Shamika, Christina, Shonda. Appreciate it. I don't really have nothing to plug. Yeah, that's it. I just appreciate you here. Thank you for having me on again, man.
Yes, you do. Your special, your comedy special.
Oh, yeah. Tony Baker and Friend is on Amazon. Daddy Issues every Thursday on YouTube. Me, Tony Baker, DC Irvin, Craig Wayans, Chaz Rogers. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh, and watch Jackie's show tomorrow when we tell her what she's doing wrong.
Well, and he won't be around, so you can tell me the truth.
We call Jackie out on her bullshit tomorrow. Tune in.
All right, Sydney, what you got for the people, man?
Wednesday I do a podcast with Zaynab Johnson, man, called Just Friends. It's pretty dope, man. We're growing, getting a lot of people watching us. Appreciate it. Man, just grinding. I'm consulting on a show on Netflix called Awakening. That's already done, but it's called Awakening.
Yay!
Oh no,
that's huge.
It's already done. I still out, and just grinding, man. So everybody stay positive. And if I ever come on here again and you got me with niggas with their shirts off to here, I just feel a certain type of way, bro. Like you should have a cast of niggas that want to do that, and I'm not part of that cast. I just feel like
I knew you was gonna say. I was like, Sydney has no idea. I do this every single episode.
You see my face. I was like, what are we doing, Keon?
Shout out to Sydney is one of the humble, like, yeah, I'm opening for Marlon Wayans and I'm rewriting Gone with the Wind. You're very low key with your TV credits, bro.
No, man.
Yes, you are.
I've gotten excited about stuff and then not come out. So I really don't say no.
Yeah, but you're in the mix. No, when I send a writing packet, they're like, what's this garbage? Put it right in the trash. And you be on the air. You're humble and so cute. It's adorable.
Snap. Okay.
Well, I just want to say, if you ever have you inviting dudes with their shirt off, hey, let me know. You know what I mean? Because shirts get
right.
a while. I mean, look and read. Yeah, thanks for having me a part of the show, man. It's dope, man. This is great. I got Connecting it's a new episode coming out every Thursday on NBC. And if you don't have NBC, it's on Hulu the following day. It's on Peacock. You can watch it for free.
If you ain't got NBC, get your shit together. That's a goddamn free channel.
Okay, you understand what a lifelong dream.
If you ain't got NBC, you're poor. Bye.
Lifelong dream, preacher. Stop playing.
And then I got a new show called Unleashed with Gabriel Glacis and Peyton List and Ukarsh. It's coming on Nickelodeon, but y'all ain't gonna watch that. So it's like, if y'all got kids,
I'm gonna watch. I'm your friend.
Okay, cool. It's pretty dope. This man kept making jokes that only we can laugh at. There's a bunch of kids in the audience, and this man's interviewing this lady and her dog just did a trick. And he was like, yeah, so what else is whatever the dog's name is, like to do at the house? And she's like, oh, he loves to drink out of the water hose. And then he goes, you know who else loves the hose? And he points to me, and there's like kids. It's on a Nickelodeon show. He's like, I know y'all gonna edit it out. I just had to get my jokes out. But he's crazy, man. I love Fluffy, man. That dude is amazing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, shout out to everybody that Venmo'd me. That was dope.
Oh,
Venmo?
Okay. Bougie. You forgot who you are, preacher? You forgot where you came from?
Oh, snap. I want to give a shout out to, first off, Rhythm and Flame. I just pinned the comment to the top. I told y'all about Rhythm and Flame. It's a dope candle company. They sent me a couple candles. Each candle has a QRC code QRC code on it, and you can scan it, and it brings up a playlist to play while you light the candle. Super dope. I've been talking with them for a couple weeks, and now we have a discount code for all my More Mobbers. Well, to everybody watching, you get 10% off your order if you type in.
Yeah.
More
Yo,
10.
shout out to you. You got me with Rated Intimate. I got several sex toys in the mail.
Yeah.
Because
I
know. Keon was like, let me check them out, though.
Yeah, I feel you. Just let me finish real quick. I'm going to shout them out, Jackie. Stop jumping around, Jackie. Shit, now. Anyway, to my More Mobbers, you guys are going to get 15% off of Rhythm and Flame if you're signed up for a subscription to More Mob. I'm going to put that in the Patreon tonight because it's a different code. But for everyone else, you get 10% off your order. That code is MORE10, and the website is pinned to the chat right now. I want to give a big shout out to LeBaron and Popcorn World over there, man. They always look out, man.
LeBaron, let me finally fucking support. Like, you always give me free shit. I want to buy the strawberry cheesecake popcorn. Like,
I haven't tried that yet. Is it? You heard it's good?
Oh, that shit good, bro.
That spicy cheddar was legit spicy. He didn't tell me about
that.
Spicy
cheddar.
Yeah. Spicy deal
man,
too.
It was spicy.
Deal too. But yeah, man, LeBaron is dope as hell with Popcorn World. 250 flavors. All of them are amazing. You could definitely find 20 to 50 that you love. Preaching, I don't know if your diet allows you to have popcorn, but if it does, definitely need to check out Popcorn World. I don't know, you count calories, so I'm not judging.
Bruh, Preacher really don't be eating that good. He just works out like a maniac.
Yeah.
Like when we were on the road, bro, he'd be like, you want to work out real quick? I'd be like, oh yeah. Like 30 minutes in, I'm like, nigga, I have a family I have to go back to. Like, this is too much. Stop it. Jesus.
And then I want to give a big shout out to Rated Intimate. It is a Black-owned sex shop. They have a ton of products there. They just sent me a huge bag of stuff. So I'm grateful for that. We also have a discount code for them.
I know. What?
If you put in More Mob, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase there. For all my More Mob subscribers, you guys get 20% off. So that's in the Patreon as well. I'll repost it so you guys can get that. Let's support all of these Black businesses, Black-owned businesses. That's Rhythm and Flame, that's Popcorn World, and that's Rated Intimate. All the information will be in here. It's in here, and it's usually in the description for Popcorn World and Rated Intimate.
I gotta look them up.
They good as hell, bro.
It's legit, bro. It's
good as hell.
And
Wait, sorry. What we got? What's good?
Popcorn.
I honestly thought y'all was still with sex toys.
Exactly.
And I heard Sid like, man, that shit good as hell.
That shit delicious as hell. What?
Like, what happened?
What else we got? Shout out to the We Watch Game. Appreciate y'all. Want to give a big shout out to Janine Johnson, Levon Pickett, LeBaron, Amanda, taking the stage, and Kayla. Thank you guys so much for your donations. Definitely is appreciated. And thank you to everybody that pulled up. Thank you to everybody that liked the video, shares the video, and constantly pulls back up, man. Got a great show for you guys tomorrow as well. As I said earlier, Wednesday we will not have the show unless I find somebody to guest host it. But as of now, there will be no show on Wednesday because of a shooting conflict. But we'll be back on Thursday with another.
Wait, to hear what was the results of the whole ADR, everything, how'd it go?
Yeah, the first episode came out this past Sunday. I'm on the show. They didn't do all the ones that like all the ADR, like when they're running through the aisles, they didn't use that. But I am announcing that comes on the show. I'm the announcer for Supermarket.
Oh my God!
Hey, that's a check, right?
Smile, a big ass check, Sydney. A big check.
It's not a big ass check.
Hey, you got a comment in it? Smile, bro.
Pandemic pay right now, bro.
You used to sneak and wilding out auditions, and now you're getting a check on the show. Okay, you better act like God brought you from somewhere. You better act like God brought you from somewhere.
You better get your flowers to here. Get your flowers.
Yeah, man. Congrats, bro.
I take them all. But listen, I try to keep it cool. I feel like that keeps me humble. So I always try to keep it
cool.
Now when you book it, you on the day you book it or the week you book it, you allowed to be an asshole. You go back to humble afterwards.
Not my style, guys. Not my style. Listen, you guys have been an amazing crowd as always. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out everybody's Instagram and all that info in the description below. Want to thank Preacher for pulling up one time, all my beautiful guests, Keon, Sydney, JackieFabulous. Always a pleasure. Make sure you check out me, Keon, Joey Wells, Ron G, somebody else, and Sydney tomorrow on JackieFabulous.
Tomorrow, married dudes giving women advice. Your feelings are gonna be hurt, but they're probably right.
I'm gonna post it tonight, or I'll post it first thing in the morning so you guys can see it. I don't want to get lost.
Thank you to hear.
I want to get lost in the algorithm and you not see it in the morning, so I'll probably post it in the morning as soon as I get up. But make sure y'all tune up. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and then we go right into Zoom with the homies. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all be good. Oh,
all right, Keon.
Okay, bye.